Wakey, wakey, shake and bakey, John. What are you doing? It's time for you to wake up. Like if I'm up, you have to be up too, John. Wake up. No, don't run away. You can't run away from me. There's no running here. You wake the fuck up. You wake up right now. Good morning, Elara. Yo, what's up, Eric? Eat your fucking banana. Okay, no joke. I actually had oatmeal with a banana on top today. You'd be proud of me. I was literally thinking of Nid's fucking redeems when I ate my banana. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna be so proud of me today. I finally fucking made it. So, hello everybody, good morning. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing absolutely incredible. How many times did I get shocked yesterday? I think it was only like, it wasn't much. I didn't die that much. I think I died like maybe twice to Calamite, once to Innis, and that was it. I mean, like, dude, I killed it. I absolutely killed it. And you didn't even bake egg cookies. Bro, I didn't have time to bake egg cookies. What are you talking about? I literally woke up at like 6:30 and I'm like, okay, it's time for me to get all my news together. Because normally, like, Fridays are kind of lighter. Especially since I just did Tuesday stuff. Except that was actually, like, not enough time and now I'm dying. I love a bongo cat just always fucking lives. But I literally, like, didn't give myself enough time. I was kind of, like, rushing a little bit. I was, like, running around, trying to get it all set up. But I got it. So, good morning, guys. How are you? My goodness gracious, we have a lot to talk about this morning. We gotta talk about what the hell is going on with Sony. There's more even going on that we gotta discuss. We also gotta talk about a bit of interesting information going on with the bricks and minifig situation. Ben was allowed to put out a brand new video that I want to talk about. Because holy shit, guys, there is so much information in that video that we gotta discuss. I mean, it is literally exposing the corruption within this fucking police department. It's crazy. Mizkif also had an update as well about his lawsuits. I almost said lawsuit. Lawsuits. I mean, it's so crazy. I'm literally going fucking bald about it. Yeah, exactly, Walk. A huge update. So we're going to talk about that. How about Mizkif? We're also going to talk about Jidion. Jidion just got arrested. And I got to say, guys, I was a big Jidion fan. I don't know, guys. He was a little cringe this time. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty cringe of him this time. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, we'll also talk about a little content creator news, all that good stuff. Apparently, people are very upset at the new Odyssey movie. I'm not talking about, like, you ought to see these nuts. I'm talking about the actual, like, Odyssey movie that's coming out. I believe Christopher Nolan is the one directing it. People are very upset about it. Well, I mean, I died over being upset about it. I'll tell you all about it here in a bit, Lacey. Yeah, but basically he was trying to stop somebody from squatting, like, on a property, right? And ultimately it ended up kind of devolving into this huge thing. Yeah, trying to help with the squatters issue. It was really kind of, I don't know, very strange. Yeah, there's like a whole fucking culture war now surrounding the Odyssey movie right now. Well, Captain, that is one of the things, but a lot of people are very upset about, like, the costuming and stuff, which I feel like is fine, right? I feel like some of the costuming complaints are perfectly fine, but, you know, there's some other ones in there I'm kind of like, what? Like, people are saying there's a agenda being pushed. Well, we'll take a look at it. It's quite interesting to see the least. But first up, how are you guys? What's up, everybody? I'm gonna eat my cough chop really quick. Well, not eat my cough chop, just like put it in my mouth. I feel like anything I say is not gonna help. I'm putting my cough chop in my mouth, okay? I'm not eating it. I'm trying not to choke. I do that too often, though. That's my problem, Carl. Every time I have a cough chop, I literally, like, almost choke on it every time. So, like, I don't know if you've done this, guys, but talking and eating a cough chop, it's kind of fucking hard, dude. You're not beating the allegations. What allegations am I beating? I'm gonna let them ruin the movie for me. It'll be great. Also love the musical called Epic. Oh, yes. Yes, I love Epic, too. Epic the musical was fantastic. Well, one time I like choke and die, and you guys are gonna just laugh at me, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? That's the least unbelievable part of the movie. Yeah, Captain, I mean, like, obviously this is like a fictional movie anyway. Yeah, yes, there's a lot of stuff rooted in history. But there were some decisions made that, like, okay, I'm gonna kind of see like minor complaints here and there. I don't know, dude, like this whole thing talking about you know, like woke narrative and stuff. I'm like, oh my gracious, here we go, bro. We just can't have a movie for it to be a movie, guys. It's impossible. Yeah, the AI shorts being made for the casting are insane. Wait, really? That's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. Goddamn, I must have been more exhausted yesterday than I first thought because I passed out last night. Oh my god, really? So, like, I was having a hard time sleeping last night. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Insomnia, but yeah, that as well, Nid. That was another one people are upset about. Again, I'll talk about it because, remember, basically, unfortunately, this is what happened. That's kind of a bit of a nutshell, guys. There is a character within the Odyssey that is described as the most beautiful woman in the world. And they cast, you know, African-American actress to play that role, which is fantastic. I love that, right? But of course, you can see already where people were trying to be hateful, obviously, surrounding that. So again, we will take a look at it. They're making anything political, right? But like, I'm like, dude, this is a movie. Like, why are we making politics out of this? PlayStation keep acting like nothing's happening to ignore the elephant in the room. Yep. I mean, that's what they're gonna do, Rain. They're not ever gonna address it. They're literally just gonna ignore it and hopefully try to weather the storm. I know that Greece is overly happy that there's no Greek representation. Yeah, absolutely. I know that there's no Greek representation, but I think that's also like, if you're gonna complain about one thing, also remember that a lot of these like actors and actresses aren't even Greek as well. So I think there's got to be a little bit of like suspension of disbelief. You know what I mean? Beating the eye of the whole beholder. Some chases on you. That's crazy, right? I agree with you, Dan. So we'll talk about all that. I got a little info on that.
One thing I don't get is unless it's a flashback. Helen of Troy appears in the Iliad, not the Odyssey.
Yeah, I don't really know, Darth. I mean, I've read the Odyssey, of course. It's been so long. I couldn't really tell you, but I remember watching it, but the musical, I just don't remember. Which I'm sure, obviously, anytime somebody recreates something as big and beloved as the Odyssey, right? There's gonna be some creative liberties taken that some people may not be happy with, and that's fine, right? Totally understandable if you don't, you want to criticize that. But I do think there's other things that are like, bro, why are you criticizing that? I don't know. People being people as always, guys. But anyway, I hope you're doing awesome. It's also not the first time she was portrayed by a black woman. Oh, really, Nid? Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't really know the full-on history of the Odyssey. I'm not like a, Odyssey specialist or anything like that. But I will take a look at it. We'll talk about it. Hold on, Flim moment. Definitely, especially when there's so much lore and art into right, exactly. I think also too, you gotta understand that when it's a movie like this, right, there's gonna be creative liberties taken with a movie, right? It's inevitable of what the movie is, right?
History and mythology,
nice.
Bucky.
The entire thing is weird, yeah. I mean, like, if you want to criticize the costumes and stuff like that, not being like period accurate or other stuff, trust me, I get that. I still lose my mind about fucking Beauty and the Beast, how the dress in the live action is not period accurate. Trust me, that fucking bothers the fuck out of me, even to this day. Why the fuck do we have a zipper back on Belle's dress? I totally understand, guys. I get you. I want to criticize things that are worth criticizing, but I feel like sometimes there's just certain stuff that I'm like, why? Like, what, why is everybody so upset about it? Oh my god, yes, live action Moana. I don't think I'm reporting on that today, but what's going on with that? Apparently got like a bad score. Hold on, let me see. I saw like the critics being mean to it, which I already assume, right? With anything that's coming out, I don't really know if I trust the critics and what they have to say. Yeah, let's see what oh, it came out today. That's right. Okay, so we don't really know what the audience feels about it. I will say the critics gave it a 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, yeah, his hair looks really weird. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, let's see what the crowd says. So, because I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't feel like you can trust the critics anymore. Every time the critics like rate something, like okay, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, right? They fucking hated that movie, but I loved it. I thought it was great. I think sometimes it's more for the fans than it is the actual like critics. I like their critics and crowds always seem to have opposite views. Yeah, especially lately. Walk. Oh, she played on Detroit back in the 1950s. Circus back a long time.
They gave a 90-something% on The Last Jedi.
Did they actually? Wait, did they actually? Dude, The Last Jedi is fucking garbage. I'm not even that big of like a Star Wars fan, but that one is actually garbage. Yeah, I mean, really, the live-action Moana never needed to happen. It's a cash grab. Let's be real, it's a cash grab. Critics focus on filmmaking, competence, considering how many movies they watch in a year. True. Elena was hey, the chicken looks freaky to me. I mean, anytime they do those photorealistic ones, kind of like how they did in Lion King, yeah, it always looks a little weird. It's just because they're like an in-between. It's like in between a cartoon and photorealistic. And they're doing things that are meant to be cartoonish that are not really for an actual animal, right? Some of our audience reviews for it are good. From Moana. I mean, it seemed like a few, but these are only 1 hour ago, so I think I want to give it a little bit of time. But one thing that I did see though is they're kind of doing like the live action did with How to Train Your Dragon. Like they're not really changing a lot. They're keeping it very like shot by shot, which I think is fine. I like that to a point. I think that like for instance, I'll point out like Little Mermaid, right? Little Mermaid, even though it was kind of like they changed a lot, it was good enough where I was like, all right, I don't mind this that much. Where the changes are okay, or like Beauty and the Beast, right? Beauty and the Beast was a fantastic movie where they changed some certain stuff, but it was still really like solid, right? I was okay with that. However, I will say that with this movie, I think that you can do a shot by shot, but you have to add something to it. Like, what's the point of watching this movie if you don't adjust it in some kind of way, add some extra details or something kind of fun with it. The end of Little Mermaid live action was kind of crappy. It was. Yeah, the ending was not very good. I did like the live action Little Mermaid. I thought it was fine, Walk. Overall, like, yeah, bad ending. I think for me, Beauty and the Beast will always be the best Disney live action. I told you guys I watched the Snow White live action. That was, yeah, that was just god awful. It was awful. Yeah, I think that's the one I like. I didn't mind the Cinderella one. I didn't mind the first Maleficent one. That one was pretty good. I kind of just want to see it for Shiny. Yes, I love that song. I like it when they expand on who established for. Yes. Still excited to see Odyssey. Been craving from Hollywood Oscar bait. I mean, I'll be honest. From looking at the movie, I thought it looked good, but the trailer, oh my god, dude. They're fucking dunking on the trailer, right, guys? We're gonna talk about it. Maleficent was unnecessary, but like it was good though. Like I don't think anybody denies that Maleficent was not good. The second one was kind of but the first one was good. I feel like sometimes if you're gonna make a live action movie, you can do a really good job on it, as long as you're taking like the right I guess like IP to do it. Cruella was pretty good too. Yeah, I really like Cruella as well. Yeah, that is a great point. Lady and the Tramp was not good. Pinocchio was definitely not good. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch, the ending for that one. I don't understand what they were thinking on changing the ending, but whatever. Yeah, I think that's the only ones I can really think of off the top of my head. I mean, Disney has some really nice. I like the first Lion King. The second one I watched recently, it wasn't that great. I have not even watched Dune at all, like period, Rain. So no, I don't keep up with that one. Yeah, original Moana was always piece of beer. The second one was kind of I don't know. I just didn't have the charm of the first one. Oh, Maleficent 3 is in development. Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, the Mufasa spinoff was kind of unnecessary. It was cool to get like a bit of a Scar backstory, but yes. Okay, so Death Warrior. I wanted to talk about 2 movies really quick that they did a fantastic job of taking the IP.
Family. Now
yeah,
go
right?
with Child Protective
Right?
Services.
Number 1, Christopher Robin was so fucking good. And oh my god, was it fucking depressing though. I'm still crying to this fucking day about that movie. Oh my god. Pooh Bear looked me in the eyes at the movie theater and he just tore out my fucking heart. He's like, but did you forget about me, Christopher Robin? And I'm like, oh my god. Dude, that whole fucking movie killed me, dude. I'm like, ah. Ian McGregor was really good in that too. And then the other one, well, I mean, I guess this isn't really like a true live action, but Enchanted was always one of my favorites. Even the second one, I really think flew under the radar. Enchanted for me, always one of my favorites. Amy Adams was perfect in it. I love that movie. Even, again, if you haven't watched the second one, that one's pretty good too. I think it's only a Disney Plus type one, but yeah, Enchanted for me is like my favorite, one of my favorite live actions. Oh, wait, sorry, Laura, I'm heading to work. I would leave a lurk. Oh, no, you're good, dude. Have a good one, bro. Yeah, see you around, okay? Don't remember watching the trailer. Hell yeah. Jungle Book is, oh, the Jungle Book. Yeah, the Jungle Book was really good too. I forgot about that one. That one's kind of older, but yeah, it is kind of look, man. That is true. Thank you for reminding me, Walk. Guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot yesterday at the end to do my wheel spins. I owe you 3 wheel spins, guys. 3 wheel spins. So I'm going to do those as we get started with our news. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Thank you guys again. Yesterday was really fun. I really enjoyed it. We had a great time. I didn't get shocked that much. We beat the game. It was a W, bro. It was a W. Yeah, Strange Dude, you know what's crazy? It's really sad. This year is the 30th anniversary of Hunchback of Notre Dame, right? And there's like nothing. I'm so sad about it. Like, I actually was looking forward to maybe getting like a Spirit jersey or something like that. It's something kind of like cute. Nope, nothing. Not even a box launch. They have nothing for it. The only thing that I saw was the goat. They have like a plush for the goat. That's it. I know that's one of my favorites, Nova. It's so dark and like, oh my god, I love the maturity in it. It's just so like, oh my god. Again, it's just very dark. I love that. Especially from a Disney movie, right? And now it's like, yeah, Hellfire is such a good song. It's just so good, dude. And they never give Hunchback any fucking love. I don't play Bloodborne without taking damage crowd control with shotgun. I mean, look, we're getting closer to the goal.
The one of the chat.
I didn't have one of the only live actions I played and I was kind of looking forward to. I would be okay with Hercules, as long as they do it right, but I'd be okay with Hercules. Yeah, I mean, we're getting close to the goal. How much do we need, guys? 255 subs for the next, for the next shot caller. Y'all are getting close, actually. That Disney is a classic. I love Tony Jade as a VA's S2VA. Hell yeah. I think that movie's awesome. And Hercules is still in the works. Hunchback I can, yeah. Hunchback's too dark. Yeah, Hunchback's way too dark. Hey, what's up, hey? How are you? Welcome in. We're going to be talking some content creator news here in just a bit. Yeah, I feel like Hercules actually would play well into a live action. I'm okay with that one. What other live actions are they working on? Tangled? Hold on, live actions in the works. Let me see. Lilo and Stitch 2. Tangled. Hercules. Aristocats. Bambi. Cruella, and Aladdin 2. I'm gonna be honest, I really liked Aladdin. I thought Aladdin was a good one. I mean, they're definitely not gonna have Will Smith in it, right? Like, I doubt they're gonna put Will Smith in this next one, right? The Baby live action, yeah, like I don't really like the photorealistic ones. I don't really feel like they needed to do that, like, at all. Like, why are we doing that? Why is that like a thing? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I'll be honest. I really like Will Smith as Genie, but ever since that whole thing with Chris Rock, yeah, I don't see much casting for him. Or in the Stone, that'd be good. Okay, all right. Hear me out, chat. Hear me out. Hear me out. Black Cauldron live action. That'd be sick as fuck, right? That'd be sick as fuck. Some of the ladness that you're never gonna beat Robin Williams. Sure, of course. Like, but I will say I did like what Will Smith did. He didn't try to beat him, right? He took it in his own direction, and I really did enjoy that a lot. What did Chris Rock do? Literally take a slap from Will Smith. He was on the receiving end of it. Yeah, I really did think Will Smith was a good Genie, but ever since that whole thing, I haven't seen them really cast him much. Yeah. Yeah, he was his own version of Genie and did great. I agree, Chip. I like Will Smith in that role. I thought it was really nice. Yeah, I mean, well, not even just Robin Williams Genie. Robin Williams fucking anything, dude. Like, Robin Williams is, like, one of the greatest comedians of all time, if not, like, top number one. You know, like, that's how amazing Robin Williams is. And yeah, literally, like, Will Smith kind of did ruin his career over that. It is who I thought it was. Hello, I haven't been here for a while. How are you? Yo, what's up, Succubus? How are you? I'm good. We're just about to talk some news. We're just talking about Disney live action. Black Cauldron is playing, I think, Mizkif the King. Tink was also playing, but I don't know right now because there's also live action Robin Hood. Bro, they're literally going back through all of their old movies and just turning them live action. I mean, I guess that's kind of makes sense to like a new generation, but also like, can we get some new IPs? You know, like the best way to do it is to take the direction of character in a different direction, right? Exactly. Like, there's no way you're gonna be able to emulate fucking Robin Williams, right? James and the Giant Peach, why? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Wait. Time out. We're not going to be remaking all of these beautiful stop motion in fucking claymation style. No. No. That's like remaking Nightmare Before Christmas. Absolutely not. I draw the line right there. We're not remaking James and the Giant Peach. We're not remaking Nightmare Before Christmas. You keep your fucking hands off those IPs, Disney. I swear to God. Don't touch them. Yeah, no, right. Why would you? Right. Like that, no, that's what makes it beautiful. It's the stop motion and the claymation. Leave it alone, bro. Don't touch it. No, please. I mean, I could understand maybe like a remaster, like how they did with Nightmare Before Christmas, right? You know, they remastered it, kind of updated it to look a little bit better. That was fine. I was all about that. I love that. That was perfect. Pick some continuity errors. I was about that. That was awesome. But guys, do not fucking touch anything else about that. You don't need to remake it. Leave it alone. Literally me, dude. Nightmare Before Christmas sequel, Nightmare Before the 4th of July. I mean, the movie technically does include all of the holidays. It's got Thanksgiving and fucking Easter. They're all on there, you know? It's in the movie. Please no, Victor. Please no. Live action Incredibles. I can see that. Please, I had a smooth claymation of James and the Giant Peach. Please no. Please, I love those movies. They're so perfect. Minus the spider. I don't like the spider. You can get rid of the spider and I'd be okay with that. But other than that, no, leave them alone, bro. Why are you trying to ruin perfectly good movies? Like, just don't touch it. Nightmare Before Pride Month sounds silly. Why would they do that? I got to show you that Lego set that I got to someone. What did you get, Walk? They did ask to use AI for Young Washington and what? There's some movies that should never be touched, be remade ever, right? And Nightmare Before Christmas is on my protected list. Don't touch it. Pixar stated they'll never do live action remakes. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I mean, it does have a sequel in the video game, or at least like, I think Disney released a new book recently as well. Yeah, it is kind of crazy that the only way to look at a sequel is to play the Nightmare Before Christmas video game, which is like, doesn't Oogie Boogie come back? Oh, that one, Walk, yes! I've seen all of those. They're so beautiful. I would love to own those, but I don't really have room for it, so that's why I never like put them on my throne anymore. I'm like so many now. I'm like, I can't do it. Are there gonna be a live action Nightmare Before Christmas? Just you wait, it'll be terrible, bro. How would they do that? Like that makes no sense. How would they do that? Yeah, somehow Oogie Boogie returns. Like, nah. Will I play it? No, I don't think so. Not on stream. I almost thought Oogie Boogie was a ghost and Sally's his scarecrow. Holy shit, Walk. That's a huge set. Yeah, I just don't have room for Legos. Like, all of my stuff in my room is full. I have a whole... I showed you guys a picture before. I have a whole, like, basically, like, shelving full of just fucking stuff that you guys have got me over the years. I'm like, I don't have more room, guys. I have another, like, clear case full of statues and stuff. I'm like, I don't have room, guys. I can only see maybe being loosely based on a game that works as a sequel, right? I mean, that would be kind of cool. Smiley. Make a Disney elara princess movie. Hell no. Which is basically Bigger Returns, right? The game, right? Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to play just to know the story, right? That'd be cool.
Movies are usually inferior to the original versions of said movies.
Very true.
Some movies are better off in their original format.
There's very few live action that I'd be like, they did a good job in adding to it and making it unique. I mean, again, I really like Beauty and the Beast. I know her singing is awful, but other than that, I feel like they did a fantastic job in that movie. The stuff they added, I mean, Beast's song was fucking Evermore is still one of my all-time favorite Disney songs. Bro, I could sit here and yap about Disney for forever if you wanted me to. Like, live action Disney movies would be 100% better. Instead of trying to be realistic, they just made them look like Disney stage musicals. Oh yeah, yeah, I agree in that. Because like when I was on my Disney cruise, they did like you know, Broadway style stuff, right? And they were gorgeous. They were amazing. All of them, the puppetry, all of the work they put in, it was awesome. It looked so good. I'm like, just do that. Like, don't stop fucking with it. Just do that. I agree with you, but sadly, I think there's an expectation now with some of the photorealistic stuff, which kind of started with Lion King, right? Wasn't Lion King the first one? I know, Walk. I know. I'm like, bro, that would be so cool. I would love to go on another one. That'd be awesome. Yeah, cruises are, it was so relaxing and not being connected to the internet. It was great.
Live action is an inherently more limiting medium than animation.
I mean, kind of, I don't know. I feel like with a live action, they're not really like, it's not really live action, right? It's like live action / animated. Because they're still using like 3D stuff, right? It's live action Shrek. Well, I don't know. We have Shrek the Musical. That turned out pretty good. Yeah, Shrek the Musical is actually low-key really good. Still waiting on Disney to make a photorealistic version of Steamboat Willie. Why? So they can try to go ahead and you know, refile for the copyright. Did you see all the bullshit they did to try to keep Steamboat Willie copyrighted? It was really funny. Now they lost out when it's all done. Anyway, chat, let's get over to our wheel spins. Everybody do me a favorite, type spin. And let's get into it, guys. I owe you 3 wheel spins. So I think we'll do a 1, I think we'll do a 1 times 3. How's that sound? Yeah, let's do a 1 times 3. Here we go, guys. Let's go. Oh, God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I thought it was the 10 minutes. I was about to cry, dude.
Nightmare Before Christmas on PlayStation 2 was kind of like
you're talking about the game, right?
if it was trying to be a Devil May Cry game.
Okay.
My only gripe with that game is how constant you had to hear this.
But I love this Halloween. What are you talking about?
Great time, and enemy appears.
I like
that's
trains.
Kingdom Hearts version of This Is Halloween.
No, that's awesome. I love that. All right, so chat, here we go. How many gifts? Vivo!
I am the stone that is approaching, provoking,
Oh my god, it's the golden kappa! Oh my god! Wait, what the fuck? It's the golden kappa! Holy shit, chat! Holy shit! Mods, make the announcement! Oh my god! Mods, make the announcement! Holy shit! Golden Kappa, baby, let's go! Shadow, thank you so much for the 5, dude. I appreciate you. That's wild as fuck. Let's go! Yes! Yoshi time, baby! Yoshi! Golden Kappa, let's go! Shadow, thank you for the 5, dude.
Let's go.
Thank you again, Chatter Dragon, for the 5. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. This Yoshi one is cute, dude. Yeah, I like this one. This one's super cute. Thank you guys so much. Golden Kappa, baby. Let's go.
Never ending.
Oh my god, we got a
subathon.
dance party too. Alright guys, here we go. Here we go. It's dance party time. Is everybody ready for the dance, chat? Oh my god, which dance are we gonna get? I don't think which one are we gonna get? I forget that one's that one's Straight Dude, thank you for the 10. Valfrey, thank you for the 5. Bro, are y'all serious? Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Alright, here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna make a deal. Let's make the deal, chat.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make the deal, chat. Alright, look, we got a golden kappa train. We're already at level 5, guys, so here we go. Alright, I got a special deal for you. Everybody listen up. I know we were just talking about it, so here we go, chat. If we reach a level 20 high train, I will play the Nightmare Before Christmas game. Let's go! Yes! Nightmare Before Christmas! Alright guys, level 20 high train. Level 20 high train. Why am I a clown? Why are you making me a clown? I'm not a clown. Shut the fuck up, you're a clown. I'm gonna flip kick you. Shut the fuck up. It's time to go pull a soldier, baby. Level 6 golden cabinets. Wild. Thank you guys so much. Let me go back here. John, thank you for the 100. Death Warrior, thank you for the 100. Belfry, thank you for the 5. Stranger, thank you for the 5. And of course, Shadow Dragon, thank you for the 5. As well, that's 4 wheel spins. That's 4 wheel spins. That's 5 wheel
The
spins.
Nightmare Before Christmas game.
Thank you so much, Smiley. I appreciate you. I hope I said your name right. Yes, I'm tall enough to play the game. Fuck you. Are you smart enough to watch a stream? No, you're not. You only have one fucking brain cell. So how the fuck are you gonna watch my stream? You're too dumb to watch my stream. Get the fuck out of my sight. Get the fuck out of my sight. Not you. You're fine. Big bad dragon. You're good. You're good. Cool. Can you do a flip one more time for good measure? Yes, absolutely. Here we go. Am I do a flip? I mean, not do a flip. Here you go. Boom. There we go. I will map for you more. No, I need you to map for me. I'm stupid. Let me board the golden scam train. What do you mean? What do you mean golden scam? Nah, dude. You get the golden kappa. How is it a scam? It's the greatest thing Twitch has to offer. Except a treasure train, but I think they got rid of those. So I hope they got rid of those because those were the bane of my fucking existence. Oh my god. Holy shit. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all your support. Sincerely, guys. No, they still exist. Okay, well, I am petitioning for them to be permanently removed from the entirety of fucking all of Twitch. Because guess what? They're stupid, and I don't want to deal with them anymore. I don't like them because then they happen, and then you guys add like 10,000 hours to my timer, and I'm like, bro, are you actually fucking serious right now? No, bro. Oh no, no more. No more treasure trains. Twitch, listen to me. No more treasure trains, all right? Just get rid of them. We don't need any more discounts. We don't need any more types of nothing. No, we don't need that. No, you can just get rid of those, all right? What? Oh, whoops. As the treasure train happened, don't even ask. Don't even ask. You don't even need to know. You don't need to know exactly why the treasure train happens. You just need to know that it's stupid, and that's it. They should make the treasure trains happen more often. Watch. On Twitch tomorrow is gonna be like, yeah, so we're adding an increase to treasure trains. And I'm like, bro, I fucking hate it here. My eye. What do you mean? Oh yeah, that is how Darth lost his other eye canonically. We just need to keep this up on going to September. Oh my god, I didn't even think about September. Fuck. Okay, all right, it's fine, because by the time that September rolls around, I'm gonna be going on like a small hiatus. You know, it's fine, guys. By the time it happens, it'll be over. Something gonna be over. I got time. Yeah, I got time. No. I'm gonna be gone for like most of September anyway, so it's fine, guys. Yeah, I'll be gone. I get some people I can ask to see if they can make all your trains treasure trains. No, walk, please. Please, no. I mean, I could just rent a discount myself, but I try to save that for like special stuff. God damn it, Kirby. Yeah, wake me up when September ends. How do you have these hookups, Walk? Can you also ask them if they could, I don't know, moderate fairly to everybody? Thank you guys for the hype train, y'all. I really do appreciate you so much. You know we can drop subs when you're gone, right? Okay, so how do I take down my channel temporarily? I didn't think about that, Belfry. Fuck. I'm gonna feel bad, guys. No joke. I'm gonna be gone for, hold on. Let me count this here. I'm gone for like a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. I'm gonna be gone 12 days, chat. That's like almost half a month. Like, oh my god. I kind of feel bad. Yeah, guys, make sure any bits or anything get you into the Golden Kappa train. That one's coming up in September. Yeah, it's the longest break I've ever taken, but no. Yeah, I mean, it'd be. Those 12 days on the timer.
12 days on the timer.
What? Okay, I might add some time. You can't take down your throne. Go fight Twitch. Fuck, you're right, Captain. I don't know. I really, there was one thing that I wanted to do on our vacation, but sadly, I don't think we'll be able to do it. So I'm a little sad about that, but it's still going to be a great vacation. So, Walk, thank you for the 5 dudes. God damn it. No. Let it die, bro. Let it die. Surely nothing bad will happen in your break. I'm sure nothing wrong will happen. I'm sure that that gun run will return. I'm sure that Aster Arcadia will not invite anybody to his hotel room. It'll all be great. I'm sure it'll be fine, guys.
Gross tittin will happen.
She didn't even put stuff on her throne. That's not true, Walk. That's not true. I fixed it recently. Yeah, I fixed my throne recently. That count for 10 times? 10 times while I'm gone. Alright, fine. We hit a level 20 hype train. I'll make them count for 10 times while I'm gone. Alright, there you go. That way you can't say that I didn't try. Yeah, that way you can't say that I didn't try, dude. 12 subs to get a level. Stop it! No more stopping! This October, another 1,000-page Google Doc. I know. Watch it be like a 2,000 page Google Doc team. Where's it takes us right out skip cards? We can't eat out there, Walk. Yeah, it's a little too calorically high for us right now. We're trying to maintain now. A and I both lost what we wanted, so now we're just maintaining until we go on vacation. And after vacation, then we'll probably have to lose 5 pounds again. So I just soup and Disney on the throne. It's a, yeah. I added the soup and Disney, but
Surely as Mongol will go ahead and clean up his whole house by the time elara
Actually, I already
comes
did that.
back.
yeah, I actually already did that. Why is there a soup mix on the throne? Because it's called cock. And I thought that was funny, so he's still enough of those honey drops. Yeah, I have plenty. Fuck, I ordered them on my own. I literally got like 4 fucking like things of them. Like, can you hear it? You can hear this, right, chat? Yeah, I have like 4 fucking giant things of them. Borg, thank you so much for the tier 1 to Shadow Wilkes. I appreciate that. Oh, that's sweet of you. Shadow's here all the time. Yeah, look, I got like plenty, dude. All right, I forgot Elara has the same sense of humor as a 12-year-old boy. But soup named Cock is kind of funny. Like, what are you talking about? All right, I forgot Elara has the same sense of bro. Cock is funny, okay? It's on the soup packet. I know you did just I don't remember when that was. Oh, I still have so many. I have like 3 jars left. Walk. All right, yeah, guys, come on. I'm a 40-year-old man. Get it right. That literally will drop a Google Doc here exactly twice the biggest sinners, bro. I hope not. I hope not. I don't want to wish that evil on anybody, Ricky Bobby. I just want to talk about news. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come back and be some kind of craziness. Although, I'm going to do news right before I leave. And literally, like, right when I get back. I think I'm going to do reacts on Monday when I get back. Tuesday, we're going to do IRL news. And then Wednesday, we'll do VTuber news. Thursday, we'll do VTuber news. Friday, we'll do VTuber news. Saturday, we'll do VTuber news. Everything's VTuber news. It's so sad. Surely breaks and Minfigs will resolve things have been while Lara's gone. Oh, I'm sure. Definitely. I'll probably just check the pins since I pinned the links. You pinned the links to what? Yeah, what do you pin the links to? But I love that one. That one's so cute. I mean, Brick sees resolving with Brian, but Ben is probably doomed. Yeah, we're gonna watch his video today. Because there's so much to it, guys. So much to it. Thank you guys again for all the gifted subs. I appreciate you. Please take a moment to give claps for everybody that has gifted subs, that has made this amazing Kappa hype train happen. Golden Kappa, I'm sorry. Thank you all so much, guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, right, Captain? It was in May. What was in May? Oh, when I bought the things? I revealed that there's a Tenchi Muyo Kickstarter for a sequel to Tenchi Universe. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I saw Narissa being a VA for that. I did see that. I didn't realize that Tenchi Muyo was like done. Yeah.
Elara hype.
I forgot about the fucking cheek slaps at the end. I always forget about it. I'm like, yo, this is so cute. And then some voice critical scream and he just claps his fucking cheeks. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly like that, AM. Thank you for gifting us up to Milk from the Tap. What?
Oh,
thank you guys so much for the level 8 hype train. Come on, guys, let's get some celebration. Y'all are crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Y'all are incredible. Thank you guys so much. Let me see those golden kappas in chat. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, right? He's fucking getting it, right, Samar? Holy shit. What's up, Aya? How are you? So, how many wheel spins do I owe, by the way? I already forgot. Thank you guys so much, sincerely. Thank you for giving us up to Hot to Up for donuts. I'll hog to it for donuts. 6 wheel spins, holy shit! And I owe you 3 thigh slaps as well. Damn, 3 thigh slaps, chat. Alright, here we go. 1 times 6. 1 times 6. Here we go, chat. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Okay, we'll have to respin. Yeah, we'll have to respin. I can't do that times 6. I mean, I would prefer if that happened, but holding Kappa is scared of me. It goes away right when I check back. Yeah, you gotta like get on it like immediate. Why does it want so much milk for chat? Nah, we gotta respin that. I can only do that for like a 1. Almost got RoboCop Rogue City downloaded. What is that? Is that like a new game? A 6 times hydrate. Bro, I'm gonna be sitting here drinking till the end of time. Alright, everybody, I guess I'll drink some of my Monster. Here we go. Alright, everybody type chug, I guess. Oh my god. Oh god, too much caffeine, bro. Too much caffeine, bro. Alright, hold on. I'll drink some of my tea, too. That's a lot of hydration. You're gonna chug a matcha? I mean, I didn't chug the whole thing. I only chugged about half of it. I mean, it's good enough, right? Oh, gracious. I didn't think I was going to be able to swallow all that. Don't clip that. All right, thigh slaps. Here we go, chat. Thigh slaps. Yippee. We're going to slap the thighs. Here we go. 3 thigh slaps. 3 thigh slaps. Go. One. Ow! 2. Ow! 3. I feel like I should make my own category, thigh slap ASMR. Ow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make my own fucking category of thigh slapping ASMR by the time that we're done with the fucking subathon. Like, my god. Please. No, I'm not doing it. You're gonna hurt my hand. Oh god, I keep having to burp, but I don't want to burp in the microphone. Oh no, my earbud fell out. Can you do it? No, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. I appreciate all of y'all so much. I thank you for the bits as well, guys. Y'all are incredible. Please give claps and love to everybody that gifted subs. And also help with the wheel spins. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. You know, if Ia was here, I would definitely let her. Why not? Yeah, I would let her. Why not? Thank you guys so much. Sincerely. I really do appreciate you all. Y'all are amazing. I know that we have been putting off the news, so let's dive into it. Because I have a lot I want to discuss with y'all today. So first up, let's talk about what's going on within the world of gaming. We'll go down to movies, and then we'll talk about content creator news, guys. And there's a lot to cover. So first up, guys, Mecha Chameleon. I'm sure you guys know about Mecha Chameleon. Very viral game. I ended up playing with some friends. Well, guys, Mecha Chameleon actually is cheaters. That is right. Cheaters, what they're doing is basically they put this built-in, mod where they are able to grid exactly what is shown behind them. They're using this gridding system. They're literally cheating in Mecha Chameleon. So now people are sacrificing themselves by drawing arrows on themselves to point to the cheaters. Yeah, I don't see why you would cheat in that game. That's really dumb. But I think it's really funny that, yeah, right, exactly how I feel, Fighter. I'm like, wow, bro, cheaters already? But I think it's really funny that people are, like, fighting back against it already. So, very cool. Don't be a cheater in this game, guys. Guys, after 17 years, you can finally sit down in Minecraft. Oh my god. News of the day, baby. Yes, sitting in Minecraft. It's real, chat. Imagine getting to sit in Minecraft. Oh my god. Dreams do come true. Holy gracious. Of course, also, guys, we got to talk about the Xbox Game Pass. I know we're going to be talking a lot about Xbox here for a minute, but I found this kind of interesting. IGN put this out. Of course, it was wrong and got community noted, but the current Xbox CEO Asha actually did not say that the gaming strategy failed, or that Game Pass was a key part of the failure of Xbox. Right? We know about all the layoffs we talked about on Tuesday, but she stated bets, including Game Pass, did not grow at the pace that we expected, but created meaningful value. So basically, they were kind of banking on the Game Pass stub blow up more than it did. And that was part of the reason why, Xbox ultimately had all these reboots, playoffs, etc. We talked about this a bunch on Tuesday if you want to go check out the bot on that. But sadly, there was a lot of misinformation going around this. They're just saying, oh, that, the strategy failed. Well, it just didn't do as well as they thought it was going to do. But that did contribute to, unfortunately, the current issues we're seeing with Xbox right now. In other news, guys, Mario Kart Tour is done. That is right. Pretty crazy to see, but we will no longer be seeing Mario Kart Tour after September 30th. It will no longer be playable. This was kind of like a weird pay-to-play type Mario Kart. You could, get a pass. You could buy rubies, so you could, buy stuff. It's very, very weird. It can still be used until the servers go offline, but there is no offline version, which I know is a huge ick to a lot of people, especially if you paid money. Yeah, it's a mobile game as well. I know it's a huge ick, especially with all the talk around stop killing games. I think that is a huge misstep on Nintendo's part right here. In other news as well, guys, looks like we have a new Fallout game on the horizon, which is pretty nuts to see. Obsidian is now working on a new Fallout game. We don't know any more details other than Obsidian starting to work on it. It will be directed by Josh Sawyer, the project director and lead designer of Fallout New Vegas. Comes after the Xbox shipped. A sequel to Avowed has been canceled, and 1/4 of the Obsidian staff has been laid off, unfortunately, guys. We're going to be talking a lot about layoffs here. But there it is, guys. However, very sad to say, as part of all these Xbox layoffs, the id Tech Engine team has been laid off. Allegedly, guys, there's only one employee remaining. One source says they didn't know how the studio will continue to support the engine, saying the institutional knowledge is not there anymore. ID Tech as a technology is probably dead forever. What's up, Septic? How are you? After the release of Doom: The Dark Ages, id Software reportedly has no new game currently approved for development, guys. So that literally means that the entirety of id Studio is just done. Yeah, if you're a Doom fan, this is unfortunately, as this OP says here. Oh, nice, here, let's go. This is it. This is the end. Basically, nobody is left at id anymore, guys. Very, very sad. Considering how amazing Doom is, it's really, really sad to see this go. It's right after the game release, too, so it's kind of like extra salt in the wound because, yes, the game is out, but this has happened as well. Very, very sad. On top of this as well, I feel like the timing of this is bad. This is, ultimately a very good thing, but very bad timing, right? So, of course, the current Xbox CEO, Asha Sharma, who laid off all these employees for Xbox, has actually been appointed to a task force for the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve says its newly announced task force represents a committee for price stability and maximum employment. The Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, the body overseeing the implementation of United States monetary policy, has announced the creation of 5 task forces intended to evaluate and improve the Fed's operations. Chairman, of course, Kevin Warsh, named the external advisors who would lead each task force, ranging from economic professors to AI investors to corporate executives. Executives like Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, who preside over a task force on employment and productivity. Now, I gotta say, guys, literally feeling upwards. I gotta say that obviously the irony is not lost on me. However, I will point out She's kind of new as an Xbox CEO. A lot of the problems that were going on with Xbox were happening far before she even stepped up to the mantle. But the timing on this, I can't ignore, is definitely unfortunate, to say the least. So, yeah, there it is. Very interesting, guys. Someplace someone who lays people off like it's going to have fashion, increase employment. Yeah, that's not going to end well. I mean, Chris, you got to understand that a lot of the issues that Xbox faced were before her time, right? I think it's one thing that you got to understand that. Yeah, she laid off all these people. It's a bad look. I agree with you 100%. The timing is incredibly awful. She's also not doing the jobs. She's also not doing the jobs for the economic impact of new tech. Sure. I think there's a lot of nuance to remember about it, Chris. It is very unfortunate though. The timing on that is yeah, this is the worst time. Executives could have taken a pay cut. Did they not, Darth? Because I thought I read something that some of them did. What was it they said? 17 layers of middle management. They cut down to 3. Yes. It was just a lot of bloat. A lot of bloat. Yeah, it seems like the last CEO was actually the bigger problem. At least in my research. Again, I'm not an expert on gaming stuff. I'm trying to get there, right? I'm researching a lot off stream, but feel free to, correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I've seen and what I've read, it looks like the prior CEO was the real problem. In other news as well, guys, I do want to talk about some updates to Sony, guys.
I saw Elara's thing on YouTube where she's calling us pathetic.
This one?
I commented boobific more
This one?
like.
Yeah, I know exactly. Too much middle management is always horrible. Yeah, and oftentimes you don't even need all that. Yeah, this one, pathetic. So going back to, PlayStation news, guys. PS5 owners are canceling PlayStation Plus subscriptions in protest at Sony's controversial decision to stop releasing games on physical disc, guys. It's very funny because, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go to try to cancel your PlayStation Plus subscription, they're offering super deep discounts not to cancel. It's half off. It's really crazy. So Sony understands what's going on. I think they're trying to weather the storm. I don't think it's working out well for them. And I will also tell you that this is David Hayter, guys. Don't know David Hayter. He is actually the voice of Solid Snake, who goes on to say, no disc, no bind. Love that. Love that. Absolutely fucking goated. So something that I found very interesting, which I read about this when everything was going down with Sony. However, I didn't know how much of this was actually true. Well, guys, turns out that Sony CEO, before the big announcement of the physical disc, actually ended up selling off a ton of his stocks, guys. This is obviously, not to tell you, a pretty bad look. But let's take a look here at a short by Inside Games.
CEO has cashed out millions of dollars in company stock just days after the PlayStation maker announced it's abandoning physical game discs.
So this comes from Insider Gaming, which found a filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission that shows CEO Hiroki Totoki sold 225,000 shares of company stock on
225,000 shares. Oh my God.
3rd, now at $21.02 a share. The sale was worth about $4.7 million. That was roughly 56% of his holdings in the company. So a
$4.6 million.
very nice chunk of change for the CEO.
He wasn't the only executive to cash out. Sony Chief Strategy Officer Toshimoto Mitomo also sold stock on July 3rd, unloading 25,000 shares at the same $21.02 price. The sale totaled about $525,500 and represented around 18% of his stake.
So if I think about it, actually, if this was July 3rd, that would have actually been after the announcement, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would have been after the announcement. So I don't think it would be insider trading. I might have misspoken. What I had read before was that it was before, but I'm guessing it was actually after. Yeah, very shortly after. So Phil Major Sox probably did it. I mean, this is just proof, guys, that everything you read You have to double check because it might not be true. So it looks like this is actually after, not before. But nonetheless, they even understand that how bad this looks. You don't sell a bunch of stocks like this for no fucking reason. You don't sell 67% of your portfolio for no fucking reason, you know? And even if it was before or after, regardless, I think the point is that stands is this is a very bad look, right? Yeah, it smells fishy. I think they just understand. Yeah, this is not going well for us. We gotta sell this shit, you know. So, there it is, chat. Thought that was very interesting. Any other news, guys? I do want to talk about Power World. Something interesting happened with Power World, and if you don't know, Power World's new release is actually later today. But Power World actually being super based on a recent decision. Let's take a look.
After much thought, we have decided not to raise the price of Power World following the 1.0 release and will keep it at $29.99.
That's so nice of them. Yeah, that's
awesome. We are incredibly proud of how far Power World has come. Thanks to the amazing support of our players, it has become a success beyond our wildest dreams. As a small way of saying thank you, we'll be keeping the price at $29.99. Thank you for your continued support.
I think this is awesome. Basically, they're like, you know, they wanted to raise the price, but they ultimately decided not to. I think it's incredible. I love that. Super duper based from Power World. Sometimes, like, you have a game success rate, and I think the first thing to do is always to raise the price, right? But to keep it at a lower price point to make it more accessible, I think that is absolutely incredible and super based. So, a huge W from Power World. Of course, also, guys, literally the fucking updates in this game are a laundry list, guys. I mean, it's actually fucking nuts how much of an update is going on here in Power World. Yo, what's up, Color Me Happy? Thank you for the rates, VI. I literally, the patch notes are so large, they exceeded Steam's character limit. That's fucking nuts, guys. Look at all of the updates that are going on. Yeah, it's a patch book. But here's a new trailer, guys. Take a look. I don't know, maybe I'll revisit Power World. I tried Power World when it came out. Well, it wasn't really for me at the time, but I know it's updated a lot. Oh, she's cute. Oh my god, it was basically 15 gig patch. That's wild. How was your stream, Color Me Happy? I mean, it looks really cool. Yeah, I mean, not my kind of game, but regardless. I think so, Kage. I think it was kind of the point of the this update, right? Once the lawsuits are kind of settled out, they're able to really give it a big update. Holy shit, that was Bowser's up B from fucking Smash Ultimate. God damn, dude, this looks good. Yeah, the building aspect was what kind of like, I don't know, I don't really like building games like that. So that part kind of turned me off from the game, but other than that, I mean, it was fun. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, like actual like fucking gym trainers and shit. That's cool. Apparently there's like a storyline now. Is that true? The game looks better as well, like graphically. That's cool. Yeah, it looks fun. It's just been more fleshed out, got you. I mean, it's hard to remember sometimes that the original, like, game that's been out this long is been a beta, you know? This is like the first 1.0 release. Yeah, I did know the game kind of ran like shit, which was something people pointed out, so I definitely get where you're coming from on that. Looks very good, guys. Of course, with anything like this, though, there's always some drama. And unfortunately, guys, Game Rant actually ended up making a article here that said Power World's 1.0 launch is making this Pokemon comparisons harder to ignore with one massive milestone and a $30 price that changes the math entirely. Well, if you look right here, guys, there's actually 6 fingers on this Pokeball. And of course, people were calling this out, saying, why are you subtly smearing Power World by implying to use AI with your 6-fingered, obviously edited thumbnail for their cinematics, when the actual trailer on YouTube clearly has 5 fingers? So, I think, again, they just probably use AI to edit the Pokeball in, but yeah, this is definitely quite unfortunate. GameRant did delete this post. Yeah, they did delete this post, so at least they tried to make it right. Let's skip down to movies, guys, and then we'll go up here to content creator news. First up, guys, the first trailer for the new Aang, The Last Airbender, has been released, coming out on July 25th, guys. Take a look. Hey, what's up, Alex? How are you?
I'm the last.
Yes, a good old AI slop, baby.
You may be the last.
You know what's funny? They actually could have just erased that little orb and just put one in themselves without even having to, like, use generative AI. They could have just, like, edited, like, photoshopped it. It'd have been way easier.
But you're not alone.
Yeah, only on Paramount Plus, by the way. It's not in theaters, which is weird.
I'm the Avatar. I found allies from every nation. And together, we ended the 100-Year War.
Probably because this whole fucking movie got
Because of
leaked
you,
already.
All of the nations live together. In peace and harmony.
All except mine. An airbender.
My senses tell me this guy is pretty attractive.
What does attractive even mean?
Would you rather have AI or bad animation? Honestly, bad animation. At least I know somebody put their soul into it and tried.
Give me a straight confirmation. Is he attractive?
He's very attractive. Huh? What? He is. It's all in the bone structure.
But now that I've finally watched Avatar, I can, like, actually watch this and know what I'm talking about.
And together, we
Yeah,
can
why is
build a
Zuko
new
being
world.
so sus?
Welcome to Team Avatar.
Oh, the whole
How
crew's
many
here.
countless were killed in the 100 years waiting for his return? If we want anything to change, we need what the Benders have.
Completely legal. You've seen this one, the whole movie? Yeah, I mean, it was leaked, so
way. We can bring back balance.
fair enough.
Peace. I promise you I'll fix it.
I thought it was just, yeah, that's actually at the end. Yeah, he turns blue and connects to an animal with his hair tentacle. Yeah, that's at the end. You just gotta wait for that part. Yeah, it'll show up eventually.
Together.
I mean, this looks awesome. Top with the fucking metal bending is badass. No, Aang does not become a furry. Oh my god. Yes, Wind Hadouken! This looks really awesome, chat. I'm excited. There you go. In other news, I did want to talk for a moment here about what's going on with the Odyssey. Now, if you guys don't know, Christopher Nolan has been directing the Odyssey, which comes out, I believe, later this year, if I remember. However, chat, very interesting because, as you can see here, 6.6 million views. But look at all the likes compared to dislikes. I mean, this is insane, guys. So 90% dislikes versus likes. I mean, holy fucking shit, dude. People are so upset about this trailer. So I saw this and I'm kind of asking myself, you know what? Why is that, right? Well, just turned out that there are a lot of criticisms surrounding this movie. So there's several critiques about the promotional material. A big criticism is the costuming. People interested in classics are pointing out the ahistorical choices. Nolan is taking a lot of inspiration from medieval and Renaissance style. Other people don't like the costuming because they think it looks bad. For instance, there's somebody's armor that looks like Batman plastic rather than metal armor. Another area of criticism is the casting. One criticism is that none of the main casts are Greek or even Mediterranean. This is because Odyssey is a Greek poem set in around Greece. So people think the characters should look Greek. One reason is some people think it is culturally a cultural appropriation not to include Greeks in a work based on Greek culture. Another reason is that it's inaccurate not to have Mediterranean-looking people because that's what the characters look like. So the majority Anglo-American cast is too white. Conservatives have been focused their criticism on the actress Lupita Nyong'o, who has been cast to play Helena Troy. Lupita is sub-Saharan descent, so looks the least like a Greek. Some racists have also said black people shouldn't be in Western films. Some people are okay with the white actors and not any black actor in the Odyssey because of racism, and some others because they believe white people can pass as Greek, but black people can't. Let's talk about issue with casting Lupita for both twins is that Helen in I don't know how to pronounce that. When identical twins, since the race topic has overshadowed this. Another criticism of the casting has been the accents. The actor spoke with an American accent in the trailer, including a notable Boston accent. Some people find this unimmersive. Some people are also used to English accents for the ancient world, because a lot of older films use that accent for ancient Greeks and Romans. Some people think that a Greek accent should be used. Another area of controversy has been the set in CGI. In the trailer, the ship used looked like a Viking longship in a setting that is 2 millennia before Vikings, and is completely different sea than the North Sea. An issue of the CGI is one of the trailer scenes depicts giant steel armored figures finding Odysseus and his crew. This seems to be the Lastrogonians, who are man-eating giants, whereas the creatures in Nolan's versions are wearing steel armor in the style of Renaissance Italy. So quite a lot of complaints, right? Another controversy, which is in the translation, a decision was made big by right-wing YouTubers like Critical Drinker and Asmongold. Nolan based his dialogue off of Emily Watson translation of the Odyssey. She's the first woman to translate the Iliad and the Odyssey, but not as some misattribute the first woman to translate the Iliad. That honor belongs to the underappreciated Carolina Alexander. Wilson is also a self-described feminist. One unique element of her translation is used as the literal translation of a Greek word as dogface, which many past translators have rendered as slut when used on Helen, but not in other instances. Right-wingers have exaggerated these elements. The claim that Wilson manipulated the Odyssey and rewrote it to match her feminist agenda is quite baseless, as Wilson's translation is liked by many classicists. That said, the few non-ignorant critics have raised some criticism of this choice. One is that Wilson used the verse translation rather than a prose translation. This conveys the original poetic sense of the Odyssey, which has a meter in the original Greek, because Greek is a denser language in English. Wilson has had to omit details to keep the meter. This means many of the honorifics have been omitted. This is not unique to Wilson, as many prose and verse translations have done the same, but it's something that conveys less of the original meaning. Well, let's go take a look here at the trailer, guys. Tell me what you think about it. Culture war surrounding this movie. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can see if you want to criticize the movie in itself for, of course, like looking bad. 100%. I agree with that. Like, maybe some of the narration, I could see how you would want to criticize that, right? But like, why? I thought he did a pretty good job, like removing political elements out of stuff too. So I don't know. I guess we'll see, chat. I would recommend to you, if you want to. I actually was learning a little bit about this through
There's no
Mr. James DeFranco. So if you want to, guys, sorry, not James, Philip DeFranco. So if you'd like to, maybe I'll learn a little bit more about it. He has a video on it. Came out about 17 hours ago. If you want to dive into more of the specifics about it, but yeah, he did cover what was going on with this a little bit. So I thought it was quite interesting though to see like a movie kind of blow up in this manner, because this is very weird, right? Like I know that certain movies have like, yeah, people point out stuff, which is fair. Costuming, casting maybe is not 100% for them to play a part that they're not really fit for, etc., right? I mean, like, there's fair criticisms, but I found it very interesting that this became something of the person that translated it was being criticized because they chose certain words, which I think was kind of crazy because, you know, over time a word has a different meaning, and they were like, well, they're feminists, so now it's ruined the Odyssey or something like that, which I think is just very odd. But anyway, yeah, there you go, guys. What do you think about all this, by the way? Yeah, what's your thoughts about this? Before we move on, you know, I often don't really touch on super political stuff. Honestly, the Greece are okay with it. It's cool because taking another culture, basically crapping on it, had massive backlash in the past. Yeah, I mean, look what happened with like some of the stuff with Moana. You know, it's translating something based on your own bias is not okay. Absolutely, Alex, I agree with that. However, I don't think that was the case in this one, right? Could it be bad? Sure, it could be good. Is it gonna hurt my overall view of Nolan? I think the criticisms are mostly valid, but sure, there is some bad faith ones. I mean, like, if you want to criticize the casting because you just don't think somebody is, like, gonna be able to perform the role, like, well as an actor, actress, I mean, it's fine, right? Like, it's okay to criticize. I don't know, like, if you're, like, there's certain people you just think, like, couldn't be Batman or something, right? Like George Clooney, to me, I'm like, that was a bad casting for Batman. I don't think he was a good Batman. You know, like, it's okay to look at an actor and be like, yeah, I don't think that's a good role for you, right? But, yeah, the bad faith ones, sadly, are getting amplified more than, you know, the minority, where it might be more aimed at more, like, historical inaccuracies or just complaining about how the movie isn't time period accurate, stuff like that, right? Yeah, he was a great Bruce Wayne, horrible Batman. But I think stuff like that is fair. So, I mean, looking at this, right, clearly most people do not like this movie, are not excited about it, so guess we'll see how it plays out, chat. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like Philip DeFranco. I really started watching his stuff more often. I'll be honest, I'm a fan. Like, I like how he presents it, you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, there you go. Personally, I don't really care for this movie. I'm not gonna watch anyways. That's what be chuds. I'm just gonna draw my hair and watch my VTubers in peace. Yeah, I mean, people are gonna be cheating regardless, right? Whether it's a fair criticism, that's fine. We appreciate fair criticism. I think there is a point though where it gets drawn where it's just it's too much, you know. And sadly, that seems to be the case with this one. So guys, let's go up to here a little bit of content creator news, and I want to talk about what recently happened here, guys. With Jidion. Jidion is actually, you might remember Jidion. He was kind of an orbiter around Schlep. He's done a lot of, like, predator arrests. You might remember us briefly talking about him before, right? Well, he was actually arrested recently during a live stream where he was attempting to remove a squatter. Fans, of course, were wearing shirts, you know, screaming free Jidion over this arrest. If you allow me a second, guys, I'll tell you what actually happened about this stuff. Yeah, so he got famous with the EDP stuff. So just kind of a synopsis what happened. I'm going to show you the clip, but there were no source material to insult those that call them out. There were minority myth, fiction, or story, and there was race, gender, aesthetic swap, and embrace it or scream bloody hell. And I think that that's such a deep conversation, right? That you're welcome to have off of the stream. That's not really something I'm wanting to, like, dive into personally, but I mean, yeah, as long as you're having, like, a fair conversation, right? I think that's the most important thing about it. But I would say definitely, you know, that conversation is for outside of stream. Continuing here, though, from my notes. So basically what happened was Jidion was called in to help with a squatter's issue. You guys don't know what a squatter is. It's somebody that basically, like, normally moves into a house despite not actually, like, owning that type of stuff. But because they have protective rights by receiving mail and stuff like that, they can't easily be removed. So there's a lot of, like, videos where I don't really want to weigh in more on the Odyssey criticism, but I still have the timer focus. Sure, absolutely. Squatter rights are often abused quite a lot. So you see a lot of videos where people kind of, like, move into a place and annoy them to death, so they move out. That's like a whole, like, subculture. But anyway, you know, going here, talking about this whole thing, he was called in to help with squatter issues. The person actually was out of the house. They were gone. However, Jidion did wrong was he actually kept pursuing them. He went around to all of these like restaurants, asking about this person, went into McDonald's looking for the guy, even though he had already moved out, attempting to track him down. And he definitely overextended, and this caused quite a lot of issues for him. So let's go take a look here at the clip. I'm just gonna say, guys, you know, I like Jidion. I think that I appreciated his work in the past, but this was, my opinion, this was an L. Anyway, take a look, guys. Here we go.
Why is the cop coming over here?
Bet he watching this. Maybe do a stream BRB?
What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, watching this whole thing for me, I was like, dude, why are you doing this? This is like, yeah, he tried to do too much. I feel like this is not what he normally stands for. So I was just like, yeah, dude, you definitely fucked up on this one.
McDonald's doesn't want you guys on the property, so you guys gotta leave.
Is he here?
Doesn't matter where he's at. McDonald's does not want you on the property. You guys have to leave.
Who's you guys? Can you be more specific?
You.
So they said these people?
Yeah, so basically he was trying to track down this squatter that wasn't even in the house anymore, right? Like he took it to the next level, and it's like, you just, you accomplished mission already, you know, mission accomplished, you know, like why you keep going on and on about it?
And yes, you guys cannot be on the property.
Hey,
or they're gonna arrest
do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all want to go inside real quick? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
Bro, why? You don't have any, like no offense, officer, but like, do you genuinely have nothing better to do? Like,
do you have anything better to do?
Officer, you're actually like supposed to protect and serve.
All right, get off the property. You guys are gonna be arrested for trespassing.
Okay, we'll leave the property, but like, I'm just trying to figure out, do you have anything better to do? Because this is like a...
Yeah, they told you
Dude, the guy's literally trespassing you. Like, why are you asking him all this? Like, just go on, dude. He's worked. If you don't know the history of Jidion, guys, he's worked with police quite a lot to get these, criminals arrested, right? He's helped a lot with predators, so he works with police all the time. I don't know why he's being so disrespectful to them. Like, you would think out of all people, he would understand that, right? Remember, he didn't move out, but he was out of the house, right? And that's the most important part. Like, he wasn't in the house anymore at that time. So, like, why are you trying to chase him down? You know what I mean, Travis?
There for like 20 minutes, wasting taxpayer dollars.
I'm there for about 5. You guys need to leave.
Why?
Like, it is just pointless at that point. Like, you went in there, he wasn't there, mission
let's just stand on the
accomplished. Why are you
sidewalk.
trying to chase him down? You know, like, that's not your job. You did too
Yo,
much.
man, I don't know why he's blocking your Mickey D's, bro. You trying to get some McDonald's?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's some McJoes in there.
We gotta arrest Joe.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, and one thing too, Pop, if you don't know, again, Jidion's history, he was like a troll turned good guy, right? He started as like a prankster, and then he became more of like, again, like kind of this like predator sting catcher, right? So like, technically this kind of stuff is in his history of content, but nonetheless, like, it seemed like he turned over a new leaf, right? So it's just disappointing, you know?
Go inside and see if Joe's in there. What'd you say?
He's a cock.
Okay.
Yeah, he slipped back.
I'm just trying to figure out, bro. He has to be in there. Bro, they're really protecting Joe.
Oh no, it's Kick. I mean, like, yeah, Kick kind of got a bad reputation, let's be real.
Officer, what are you doing? Bro, they're arrested. Officer, never trespass them. You can't trespass somebody.
His responses here, you'll see, guys, like, I don't have a better word. They're just cringe. They're very cringe.
Officer, you cannot trespass somebody. Here, give me my backpack, my man. Bro, you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want.
Bro, what? That's cringe. Why are you gonna tell a cop, oh yes, I'm a multi-millionaire, I'll take it as far as I want? Like, come on, dude. There's no need for that. Just be quiet. If you get arrested, the best thing you can do is just, like, be quiet.
Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested. This is Officer. Yo! Call Jake and have him get my lawyer.
Yeah, I mean,
Call
he definitely
Jake and
did
get my
so
lawyer.
much.
This is really the route you want to go on?
Look, I wouldn't go that far, G. Yeah, he's not that bad. Yeah, definitely completely different feeling on that one.
What am I getting arrested for?
Disorderly person. You're out here yelling.
Yeah, I gave him the. Do you know who I am? And yes, it is Fat Man. The hoodie. Do you know who I am? And also said I'm a multi-millionaire. Like, dude, come on, that's cringe.
Officer.
They don't care.
I need to know about
Officer.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. Like, you know, like.
Do you guys really think this is gonna stick? Sure, we have a do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer.
I mean, dude,
officer,
come on. That's so cringe. That's so cringe, dude.
This is. Officer. Yo! Call Jake and have him get my lawyer.
Yeah, his lawyer's like,
Call
shut
Jake
up,
and get my
dude.
lawyer.
Shut the fuck up. His lawyer's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'll get arrested and tell cops. Do you know who I am? Just look me up on the hub. What do you mean? Bro, yeah, but like, did you know in Germany that I'm a very special star? Allegedly. Oh my god. So of course, he did get arrested, as you can see, guys. Here's the court update on that. So of course, he did live stream his court hearing on Twitch. During the hearing, the judge orders them to stay away from the house that the squatter is in. He and his lawyer have asked the judge what will happen is Jidion is legally allowed to be on the property. It seems to make the judge mad, and the judge asked whether the squatter is in fact squatting. Which the detective on the case answered that the squatter is being evicted on Friday, June 26th, but no eviction papers were shown, which the judge refuses to provide findings that the squatter is in fact a squatter. So let's go take a look here at the court case, guys.
And you heard what I just told your lawyer, right, sir?
Like ask him the questions about.
Well, you heard what I just said about the camera equipment.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Okay. So we'll let it go with that. And I'll give you guys an early court date of July 13th at 1.
Yeah, I mean, he
And if
definitely
somebody
fucked up on
wants
this.
to
This was
file
too
a
much.
motion because the prosecutor doesn't agree to it, I'd be glad to entertain it at that time, okay?
Like, dude, I could care less how much money you make, right? Like, I'm a multimillionaire. Like, well, what do you fucking do for you, dude? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, I believe my
You're
client
still
has question
a regular person that has to abide by the law.
Like I was saying, I am residing at the address you gave. Is that the address?
I need some calls with the judge, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I'll tell you a story really quick. You guys know my brother plays baseball professionally, right? He has so many stories of his fellow baseball players thinking that they're above the law. They can do whatever they want because they, you know, have so much money, and they're not. They get arrested just like every other person, you know? Like, I mean, yeah, they have more money to, you know, get out of stuff, right? Or pay their bail or hire a lawyer to help them out, but they're still held just as equally accountable, you know?
Yes.
Okay.
22172.
So I live in the house, not that McDonald's, but I live in the house.
What
that
house?
Joseph is illegally residing in, squatting inside of. I did sign a contract with the homeowner to live there. And that
Where's that at?
that is it's like about 3 minutes from the McDonald's. Like I moved in, all my equipment's there.
Wait a minute, slow down.
Yes, sir.
You're telling me you're living in the same house?
I mean, he
as
is
Mr.
being,
Lucrecio?
he probably
Well,
got
he
humbled a
doesn't
little
live
bit,
there
Jay, you
legally.
know?
I don't care. Is
Yes,
he
sir.
living there?
Yes, he is living there.
You cannot have any contact with him. So you're gonna have to find another place. If you're gonna run into him by going back to that property address, you're not gonna have any contact with him, sir. You're gonna have to go elsewhere. Do you understand that?
Okay. The court provide anything or?
Well,
What do you
Judge,
mean?
I guess the concern and what the issue is that my clients are, you know, bringing to the court is that my client has a legal right to be there, and this person does not have a legal right to be there.
What, how do you want me to decide that now? Now, wait a second.
There's a court order.
Hang on. You're telling me that. How am I supposed to determine that now, Mr. Perlman? Because you tell me and your client tells me that he's squatting.
Oh yeah, the
and he's
chat is
illegally
popping
there?
off, dude.
I
And
don't
they're
have
also
a-
being really rude. If you pay attention, there's certain people that are being like really, really rude.
I mean,
I
come on,
understand- I
I gotta get
understand that,
prosecutors
Judge.
involved and witnesses involved and police involved. And do you know anything about that, Detective Cerna? Is this gentleman a squatter, Mr. Lucrecio?
From my understanding, Your Honor, he is being evicted on this Friday. I haven't seen any eviction paperwork or anything. That's just what I was.
It's really funny because, like, I will tell you guys, this is like a direct like juxtapose between internet culture and actual like real life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is literally a judge that's like, hey, so I literally don't know about this particular part of the squatting stuff because he got brought in for this. You know, there's clearly more to the story. I don't know about it. I'm asking questions. So, of course, he's kind of like, you know, talking about it, right? And the internet's like, oh, you're a chud. You're too old to do your job. You don't know anything. And it's like, bro, just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, this is literally the perfect representation of how real life actually works and how fucking internet works. It's crazy. Like, it's the perfect just like matchup.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's got to be in this court, right? In this 33rd
They see, they're calling the judge racist.
I
Like,
can't tell you how many times I had to rely on the police when I used to be a closing manager at my grocery store.
Yeah.
The police are a vital part of protecting my customers.
Absolutely.
If they don't like someone panhandling them as they leave, it's in me or my manager's right to have that person trespassed. Jidion is such an ignoramus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, guys, I'm just telling you, as of now, Mr. Adams is not going to have any contact with Mr. Lucrecio. Now, if Mr. Lucrecio is evicted before the next court date, I'll be glad to change my mind. But but I'm not going to sit here and make findings that the guy's a squatter or anything. I don't know anything about that. Maybe it was in front of me, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I handle cases every day, but I'm telling you, you're not going back there.
And he's like, I don't know much about that case, right? So I can't comment on it. And that's what you should do. If you don't know something about it, you don't comment on it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like when you guys are asking me about, you know, Hassan stuff. I'm like, guys, I don't know much about Hassan minus the Kaya stuff, which I'm learning. I'm in the process of learning, right? You guys give me a bunch of, you know, resources and stuff, and I'm working on it. But like, I can't comment on something I don't know about. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what the judge is doing.
If he's there, do we understand one another?
If he's there, yes, sir.
Sir, don't go back to that house.
Okay.
If you go back to that house and he ends up there, you are not gonna like what I'm gonna do. I promise you that.
No, sir.
You're gonna be sitting
like
in jail
report
a
the
long time
judge,
awaiting
bro.
bond or awaiting trial.
Yes,
Okay? I'm going out of my way. You're out of state. I gave you a personal bond on a stalking charge. Don't tempt fate. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
I mean, he seems super reasonable to me. Am I losing my mind? To be honest, Jidion, to me, seems like someone who's catching predators
Squatting
for
situations
entertainment
are
rather than
very
actual concern.
wishy-washy.
I don't know
Depending
about
on
that.
the state, they can get
Yeah, I
rights
don't
within
really
a
know.
month to the property. Kicking them out or changing the locks will get you in trouble rather than them.
Yep.
So Jidion shouldn't have pressed the judge given how squatter situations
And also
work.
this whole thing happened
and
at
the
a
process
McDonald's.
is exhaustive.
But by the way,
But the
like,
disrespect to the judge is not helping his case. He's doing the right thing.
that's the thing to remember too, Pop. Is like, this all went down at a McDonald's. Like, why did we move venues? Like, dude, we were playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and then all of a sudden we're playing Street Fighter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we changed locations. We changed the entire script of what was going on. It's about a squatter, and then now all of a sudden we're at a McDonald's. You know, like, what's going on, dude? This just went way too far for him. And it's kind of sad to see because, again, I think that he has good intentions normally, but this was not it. So, guys, Jidion did decide to quit. Yeah, he decided to quit, guys, or at least the live streaming. But let's take a look here at this video and what he ultimately decided to do, chat.
Yo, what's good, y'all, man? So this is genuinely gonna be my last video ever like this. I'm never gonna make a video like this again, but
I will at least say this, to his benefit, at least he's self-aware, you know?
Obviously you guys know what's all going on. You guys saw me getting arrested. You guys saw Cold Blue's video and everything. And I did a reaction to it, kind of like, oh no, this wasn't right. This is how it happened, da-da-da, da-da-da. But genuinely, during the last few weeks, I've done a lot of just like inward reflection, and I've been talking to my fiance a lot, and I just kind of came to realize, you know, what I was doing wrong, and I also came to realize that truly your boy was spiraling. You know, I was genuinely losing the plot, and I have to say, like, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, you know, because just a couple videos ago, I was saying how what Alex was doing was a distraction from the bigger mission, and then I come along doing what I was doing, and if anything, it was an even bigger distraction from the mission. You know what I mean?
I gotta give him credit, guys. You know, we've looked at a lot of apologies. We looked at a lot of people cover their own, you know, follow up to drama, and I'll give him credit. He at least said, bro, I did too much. You know, I took some time for introspection. I fucked up. I'll give him credit for that. He didn't try to deflect it. I mean, yeah, I'll give him, I will really actually applaud him for that, at least, you know?
Now I had to pay 6+ figures for my lawyer fees and then my fans' lawyer fees and everything. And that money could have been used for the betterment of society. But now it's being used in the legal system. You know what I mean? And it's just completely unnecessary, and it's completely my fault. And while I still don't think I committed a crime, I still do think that, you know, genuinely, I was just being not only just an ass.
He said his fans' fees, the people that were there with him.
But annoying. And I come to realize that, you know, genuinely, streaming makes me the worst me. You know, thinking back on it, every quote unquote controversy, not even quote unquote, every controversy and everything that I've ever got into, anytime I trended on Twitter for something negative, it's always been for some streaming clip. You know, like the first one that comes to mind is the Pokemon situation. Then the second one that comes to mind is, you know, the Logan Paul thing. And then besides all that, like, bro, I've been in countless beefs, and a majority, I would say probably like 85% of those beefs have come from streaming, you know? And I think what it is genuinely is, you know, I don't think it's a good thing to just look at a chat for hours on end and you're just like in real time getting opinions of people. And then, you know, I know probably some of my other streamers can attest to this. You know, you see somebody in the chat say boring or L stream or something like that. And then it flips a switch in you where you want to be more entertaining and you want to, you know, pump up the levels and everything. And you want to entertain. And
you know, it's kind of funny you point that out because in a way, like, I kind of had that issue sometimes too, because I mean, I'm sitting here looking at chat for endlessly on hours, you know, with the subathon. But I will say that sometimes when I'm talking about stuff, right, you know, I'm looking at your reactions and I'm looking to see how y'all react to certain stuff, right? And I can't let it sway my own opinion though. Like, if I'm like, oh, I don't, you know, I don't think this is right or whatever, and everybody's like, oh no, it's fine, this and that, you know, I can't let that sway my opinion, right? So like there is chat does influence the stream to a point where, at least in this stream, we are a lot more conversational. So I think that we're able to bounce off each other more so than like it be influential. But I do see where he's coming from, right? You know, as I have people come into my stream sometimes and they'll say horrible things or call me e-thought or be like, oh, you know, why are your boobs so big? Like shit like that, right? You know, and then I'm just like, you know, it makes you think for a second, like, oh, should I do something differently in my stream? But obviously, you got to be true to yourself at the end of the day.
I think the reason why I gravitated so much to streaming is because I think I'm just like an instant gratification
absolutely,
person,
exactly,
and
leader.
There's no better instant gratification than you streaming, because when you make a video, you don't get that instant gratification. You can know you made a fire video, kind of like my going to the most racist town in America video. Like, I know that was a fire video, but it took like a month plus to get it edited and perfect. And then when I posted it, you know, it didn't pop off at first. It was actually a 10 out of 10. And then over time, it grew and grew and grew, and it did what I thought it was going to do. But it wasn't instant gratification. Whereas when you stream, you know, you can have streams where right out the gate, you have, you know, thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of people
that is true.
watching you then and there. And then people are clipping you like right away and stuff like that. And you get that instant gratification. But I'm realizing that's not good for me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's bad for everybody, because you got people like Queso and Jinxie and a bunch of other streamers who can stream and not, you know, cause any controversies and just keep entertaining. But, you know,
yeah, exactly. Like, good for him to actually like admit all this, you know?
And so like,
I'm
not on here, you know, apologizing or anything, because I don't owe you guys an apology. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't affect any of y'all. But I do want to say that I see where I was wrong 1000%. And to people I do owe an apology to, I've given them to them, to the boys who got arrested. They're all 18 plus, by the way. I know a lot of people are saying that they were minors. They're all 18 plus, but still, I put them in that situation and they didn't have to be. And at the end of the day, I shouldn't have ever been there, with my values as a Christian. I haven't been moving like that, man. And I've been falling back to my old self. And I've seen some of you guys in the comment section, like calling it out, like, Jidion, you're going back to your old self. You know what I mean? Like dibbling, dabbling in pranks and stuff like that. And, even though, Joe wasn't doing a good thing by squatting at his mom's house and stuff like that, at the end of the day, who am I to just, troll and stuff? I have so many other better things I should be doing. Like that time.
Yeah, I mean, go after one of these predators or something, like.
I will be careful
I feel like
here
a
as
swatting
this
thing is
not
just
about
such
race,
a minor thing to
but
him.
is from one black man to another. He is lucky they did not throw him around like a rag doll. Just comply and keep it moving. Let the police do their job.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, at a point like that where he was challenging them, like, oh, don't you have anything better to do? Like, dude, just move on. It's not worth your time,
And money I spent getting that stream set up could have been
especially to McDonald's
for a bunch of catches. You know what I mean? Getting bad people off the streets. And so what I'm here to just pretty much say is the shenanigans are stopping. The shenanigans are over. And genuinely, like, this was a very humbling experience that I really needed. And I genuinely think if this didn't happen, it just would have continued. You know what I mean? And who knows? It could have been something worse. It could have been something horrible that I could never come back from.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I'm just blessed that God let it be something like this, that I put myself in a situation like this to where I can actually rebound and do better. And you know what? Genuinely, to the Woodhaven Police Department, I see where you guys are coming from, Like, bro, you're a small town and you got this YouTuber having fans coming all over the place and stuff like that,
I think also, like, and I mean this very sincerely, chap. I think also with the reckless bin stuff, there has been a wider focus as a nation. Because, yes, it's blown up that much. There has been a wider focus on how police specifically interact with content creators, right? So I can definitely see how it's really the forefront of everybody's mind, how that interaction is going with each other, right? And I think that more than ever now, looking at this situation as well, there has to be acknowledgement when it's treated correctly, and then also in the case of reckless bin, right, where there is corruption in certain police departments as well. But it's really on the forefront of everybody's mind, right?
You guys have never probably had anything like that happen in your town before. And, quiet towns like to stay quiet. And, to Officer Mitchell, I called you out of your name multiple times. You feel me? Like, if I was a cop, I would arrest somebody too if I was getting called out of my name like that. So, genuinely, I feel like there's a lot of blame to go around. And I feel like a lot of the blame has to be pointed right back at me. It has to be directed at me. And it rightfully so, man. Bro, I'm getting spammed up with, I'm a multimillionaire. And, genuinely, like, bro, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Genuinely, it doesn't bother me like that because it humbled me. It humbled me. The whole situation humbled me. And I'm just, the reason why I titled the video what I titled it is because I'm never going to stream again. Genuinely, I love streaming, but it's just too much bad comes with it. And I don't know how to control.
I think it takes a lot for a person to acknowledge, hey, so this one thing that I like doing that makes me much money, so on and so forth, right? It's not good for me as a person. I think that does take a lot of strength, right? Like, I really gotta say, guys, I will give him legitimate credit for what he said here, like him taking a step back from streaming, and taking most of the blame here. I mean, this is really good accountability. I mean, maybe I'm so used to fucking dog shit apologies that, the bar is so low, but I feel like here this is just what I would expect out of like a very accountable, normal person, right? But like, yeah, you know what, I fucked up. I'm gonna remove this thing that's causing me problems, and I'm not gonna do that anymore. And I'm sorry, and whatever you got, keep it coming, right? I fucked up. I accept that.
Myself, and so the best way to control myself is to distance myself. And so
I'm too polluted by the Google Doc apologies, yeah.
Because I actually want to be here for the betterment of society.
Yeah, that's true.
And what I was doing during that stream wasn't for the betterment of society. Now, police resources are being wasted and judicial resources are being wasted. And bro, I've dropped 6+ figures on fighting this legally. You know what I mean? And it's just all just unnecessary garbage. And it was garbage content too. And the crazy thing is, you know, from 2024 to now, I was making good content, getting actual bad people off the streets. And it's just crazy that I told myself that wasn't enough, you know? And I think it's just, you know, kind of just seeing all my friends, you know, like seeing Canel do his thing with streaming, seeing Kai, seeing people I know like Speed and all of them doing their thing with streaming. And it's like, oh man, you know, I'm like, I want to go back. I want to go back. And it's like, I'm tempting myself. And then I always just like go back into the streaming stuff when really I should have left that alone, because you guys remember the video where I said that I was done bothering society, and bro, look what I was doing.
Yeah, trust me, it's always the deflection and excuses, right?
Like I was blessed to find
it's
something
never the apology.
that wasn't nuisance, you know, actually cleaning up the streets, getting predators off the streets. And instead of just sticking with that and doing that, I got distracted and I got greedy and I wanted to go back into doing, you know, slop content. And, you know, genuinely, I don't think if I went through the situation, I think I would have kept on making the slop content. And genuinely, I think if I would have kept on making this slop content, who knows, I could have affected somebody seriously, like where it would be irreparable and couldn't be fixed. So I quit streaming, I quit nuisance stuff, I quit all that. And I genuinely just want to do good for society. I want to make society better. And that's what I'm going to do. So I just came on here to say that. And one other thing I've also realized is, bro, I'm going to be real, y'all. You know, I don't know, man. It's like I got a temper. I really do. And people that watch my streams, you guys see it all the time where it's like I get triggered, you know what I mean? And it's like, bro, the officers were just...
Oh, whoops, I turned off my microphone source. I was like, wait, I'm talking. Why nothing come out? I think that, yeah, sorry. Sorry, I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, why don't they nothing come out? Oh my god. But what I wanted to say, chat, was, you know, looking at this particular instance, right, of what's happening here, I think that, yes, he fucked up. Yeah, the whole stream would just be fine boons. I think that he fucked up. I think that it takes a lot of personal intelligence, emotional intelligence, actual intelligence to sit here and say, you know what? I fucked up, and I'm going to remove the thing that I fucked up about, and I'm not going to try to fight this or deflect anymore. You guys can just give it to me. I'm not going to double down. I take accountability. I fucked up. And that's it. I have to say, although this prior instance with him definitely is like, yeah, bro, that's a huge L, you know what I mean? Like, womp womp. I do think that... Oh, Ashton, thank you so much. I appreciate you, cutie. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I don't know if you're here, but looking forward to working with you. Thank you for being here. I think it takes a lot of maturity, and I think that coming from the VTuber scene, we don't see a lot of stuff like this normally. I think that ultimately, because of this, his reputation will honestly be saved. I know that he's done a lot of really good things in the past. This is definitely a very large fuck up. It's very cringe, but overall, I think he acknowledges his mistakes. He's taking accountability, and I think we just have to, yeah, exactly. I think we have to see what he does after this. But all in all, great accountability here, I'll be honest. So that's all I gotta say, chat. How do y'all feel about it? I think he definitely made himself look a lot better here. Because most people don't do this. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be people down here that are like, 20% apology, 80% genuinely. You know, people give him, you know, 1% multi-millionaire. I mean, I don't think you're a bad guy. I just, multi-genuine there. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, people are just, you know, either trolling him back or things like that. So, he genuinely says genuinely 10 times within the first 6 minutes of the video. So, you know, YouTuber apologies are the funniest shit. I mean, people are gonna troll on him, but I do at least feel in my heart he's genuine. I'm not trying to make a joke about that. I just do think he was genuine and he looked at what he did wrong, and that's good. That's a W in my book. So, but anyway, guys, that is what has been going on with Jidion. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments and all that. Pretty crazy. In other news, guys, this is a commercial break because, oh my god, what is this VTuber news? Holy shit, that's crazy, guys. Did you know that there's this really cool VTuber group that's debuting tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST? Oh my god, chat, that's crazy. Imagine going to this VTuber debut with a group of really cool girlies all coming together to make content. Wow, this looks so amazing. Oh my god, you should definitely show up for that tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST when we make a Hear Me Out cake. Isn't that so cool? Wow. That silhouette looks great, right, chat? You should definitely check out the newest and hottest VTuber group, Waifu. Wow, they sound so cool, chat. Wow, I would definitely want to check them out tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST. Doesn't that sound really interesting? It's almost like you should all be there. I know that movie. It's a silhouette. Shut the fuck up. In other news, guys, Sonic actually recently celebrated 35 years at a charity event and raised over $55,500 for St. Jude's Research Hospital. Huge W. Love to see that. We also saw, of course, some of the developers from Sonic team here. Sonic team director Morio Kishimoto had indicated opposition to using generative AI in Sonic games after responding to a fan's questioning the issue. You love to see the Sonic team pushing back against AI. We love that so much. Except, chat, unfortunately, that's not actually the case because apparently, guys, Sonic the Hedgehog released a video talking about the Chaos Emeralds were being destabilized and were scattered across the U.S. We need your help to recover them before Dr. Eggman finds them so we can power Club Chaos this fall. Well, this sounds pretty cool, right? Well, unfortunately, guys, in order to partake in this, users must consent to have their data used for AI training. Unfortunately, this caused a lot of backlash where we had some really good things going on, about anti-AI stuff. Well, of course, Sony says, yeah, go after yourself, Sega. Like, actually, F you for this. Before anyone signs or on this thing, read the terms of service. They're asking you to consent to give your info to AI model training. Here's the data maybe used to train or enhance our proprietary AI models to improve the functionality, accuracy, and security of our services. Very unfortunate, guys. Very, very unfortunate. So I want to point this out to you because I will say this, chat. A lot of things sadly use this. I think that it's really important to double check TOS with stuff that you're signing or putting yourself into. Again, they may engage third-party AI providers to support the functionality of our services. I mean, guys, so just double check what you're signing up for. Unfortunately, things like this are a lot more common than you think. In other news, guys, we're going to get to the meat and potatoes. I hope you're ready to buckle your seatbelts because, guys, Finn is now free, guys. Yeah, I mean, same here, leader, but normally I just just quick search it really fast, like on my phone or whatever, right? But regular Spin is not free to post his Breaks and Minifix Part 3 video. A federal judge amended the restraining order. We did talk about that not too long ago, back on Tuesday. Federal judge amended the restraining order against him to allow commentary and investigative journalism. Well, guess what, chap? Bada bing, bada boom. Part 3 is here, baby, and we are going to watch it. Let's go take a look. Are you guys ready? I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this one for a very, 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 very long time, chap. So here we go. We're going to watch it together. And it is in part 3. It's called The Court. Wouldn't even tell me what I was accused of. Let's take a look, guys. Here we go.
I'm about to go to court, and I don't even know what I did wrong. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail so I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court. So I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired
not filming in the court, but you don't know what you're being charged with? Like, that makes no sense.
Animate over it.
Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims, and there's some things being said about me that are redacted I don't know about.
I do have some concern.
How much are you allowed to legally, like, quick question, chat. How much are you legally allowed to redact, like, on something like that? Because it's like, how can you be charged for something if everything is redacted? Like, I don't know, it's very odd.
So, the allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a YouTuber, who creates videos, publishes them online, and has been If this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information and fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim.
They're saying they can't provide them because he can use them as profit, but wouldn't the argument be that he could use them for evidence? Like, which of course would help him, right? But it's redacted for public view, defense and prosecution get the unredacted versions. Gotcha. Regardless, right? Like, they're basically accusing him of the fact that he's gonna garner views from these body cam footages, but shouldn't it just be like freely accessible information? Like, if you don't have anything to hide, why should it constantly be redacted? I mean, yes, I understand there are certain parts where things should legitimately be redacted, right? Certain victims, certain instances of stuff. I get that 100%, 100%. But it feels like the monetization, right, is an excuse more so than actually being open and transparent for evidence.
I have serious concerns for that.
Yeah, the state of Utah is claiming that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. And they can't have that. They're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange, but
yeah, that's
the argument. And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is all happening because I stepped in to help a family who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minfigs. And for the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested so they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees literally—
Well, at least we know now that they made another public statement about wanting to resolve stuff, but also at the same time, I'm kind of waiting for them to actually do that. So when the check is finally handed over and cleared, then I'll believe it, you know?
I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
How do we get them arrested?
But eventually, Bricks and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire scandal.
So the YouTube guy is named Reckless Ben. I don't want to be on YouTube.
Yeah, this whole thing was
This is when things
wild,
really
dude.
started getting crazy. Bricks and Minifigs went into ultimate defense mode and was going to do whatever it takes to prevent—
Can we also acknowledge how crazy it is that somebody hacked into that police system and released all the body cam footage? Like, holy shit, dude. Who is friends with Ben? Like, or at least watches their content? Like, my God, dude. Somebody is, like, hard as fuck. Like, you pissed off the wrong people, dude.
prevent this documentary from coming out. First, the police got a call saying I had heroin on me.
This officer is going to conduct a search of your person because there are illegal substances in your vehicle.
And obviously, they found nothing. But then they got a call saying
Yeah,
that
I mean, that
was the
part
one
is
that stole the
wild.
Legos. I got swatted by the entire police department.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
And we all got arrested. But right when I got out of jail, I got a warrant for my
Yeah,
arrest
super
for
hacker,
some
man.
mystery crime that I committed.
Seems like this guy might live in LA, or his last known address is in LA.
Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me.
Right,
without
exactly
bail.
what.
Just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
And you're where he actually is? No idea. Okay.
I was somewhere very far away. But anyways, back to court. The judge is looking
Yeah,
at
but
signing
see, didn't he go to Mexico or something like ridiculous?
a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh, shoot. So how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important. So, yeah, we ran out of animation budget. Sorry, guys.
The court's declined to sign this
That's crazy.
pre-trial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and
I'm sure it's a bit, but it's kind of funny.
objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so this person doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed. So that's what this whole thing's about.
However, before I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims, the judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has made it clear. They do not want to look at the evidence and they want to protect Josh and Brandon for some reason. And now I have to somehow fight a court case against all of these mystery crimes against me that I have no clue what they're even saying I did. So this whole mess is happening
Yeah,
in
this
American
is
Fork,
wild.
Utah. But I'm also
How are you supposed to defend yourself when you don't even know what you're getting charged with? Like, I've never heard of that. And maybe that's a thing and I'm just not aware, but I've legitimately never heard of that.
Another case in Provo, Utah. This is where corporate Bricks and Minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here. And this police department has surprisingly actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for. Let's start at the beginning. The moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith to give them an opportunity to do the right thing first.
I don't know, Chris. I mean, I don't want to say all that.
$200,000 for the Legos in your store?
Nope. Never happened.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity
to
do
that was a fucking
the right thing, and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling to report a crime.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down.
I mean, I guess technically because it wasn't $200,000, technically, but I mean, come on, there's got to be a little bit of well, something's going on.
Ben Snyder, who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for is called extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up. The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know? And
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing and use their own strategy against them. Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now I'm gonna Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested. But if I'm gonna be the reason that someone's going to jail...
Wait, is he actually... Wait a second. Is he actually gonna try to do this? Like, how is that gonna work? Ha, you're arrested. Wait, but I'm also arrested. But I got you arrested first, so do I win? Like, is that how that works?
I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this. So I'm gonna give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first.
Yeah, he literally didn't know
Instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out, Eamon just hid in his little office. And he called the police on me.
I can tell you right now, no one's coming out to talk to you guys.
Really, but they told us that they were.
I know.
Normally I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point he's just arresting himself. However, the only difference between my strategy and Bricks and Minifigs' strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed.
Okay, but like legitimately, let's see.
With crime number 1.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No. So who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Never happened.
Eamon was first trying to claim that.
Okay, so yeah, so he said he never had him in the store. Well, we know that's just entirely untrue. So that's literally just false information.
He's never even heard of Brian Mansell, and this guy definitely never had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store. But once we showed him all the social media posts his own company made, it was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal, she stole all the Legos right before they took over the store.
We don't have the Lego. Crystal sold the Lego.
The only problem is their security camera footage of the previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet.
I thought you didn't know who that was. Yeah, and that's a lie too. We already know that because of CoffeeZilla's video too.
And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment life.
Corporate just said that they're going to be the ones to take over the consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And as extra proof that these Lego sets were still in the store, the owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out. And then you can see her leave the store with nothing in her hands, proving that the sets were still in the store and the CEO is lying to us right now. But
yeah, I mean, we already know all that.
I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
She sent a bunch of pictures of the Lego still in the back, and you can see in the security camera footage, corporate comes and throws her out.
Great, I understand what you're talking about, but you have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word over another person's word. You go after the party that's responsible, and you don't want to because that's not easy. You have accepted a narrative that is not real, and you are continuing to pursue that narrative because it's easy, and it gives you views, and it gives you all sorts of clout, and does all sorts of things that way.
So basically what the CEO is trying to explain to me is we shouldn't be looking at the...
Unfortunately, there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that goes against your statements.
Instead, I should just be taking his word for it.
That's crazy,
because
Shaggy.
He said so.
Crystal Law was a former franchisee.
I was gonna say, like, how is it easy to go after the CEO, like, to stand up against him? I mean, he's getting sued. Like, he got sued, you know? So, like, really, actually, it's not easy to go after Bricks and Minifigs. In fact, it's proven to be extremely difficult because he had a gag order. So he literally went the more difficult route, I would say.
Yeah.
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego.
All this stuff happened with the cops.
Didn't pay him. She has his money. But she sold his Lego. She has his money.
To make it easier for you guys to understand the CEO's argument, we're going to demonstrate his argument with a little skit.
Oh, that wasn't the backflip. No. Are you sure? You have a misunderstanding of what happened.
Yes, this is the exact argument the CEO is trying to make. Something we just saw in video, the CEO is saying never happened, which would mean the CEO is lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong. However, if you lie about a crime, the way Eamon's lying to me right now, then that's not just morally wrong anymore. That crosses into new territory called illegal. The specific crime is called obstruction.
Okay.
If someone commits this crime, they can
Oh, wow, he's actually going after him for obstruction? Is that gonna stick, though? Is that actually gonna stick? That... Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
arrested.
I don't think so.
We're at the police station, and we're going to charge him with a criminal crime, obstructing of evidence of a $200,000 theft. And good news for us, we found out last week that all of the police in Utah take obstruction very seriously here. The police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Right now, you're attempting to
Oh, yeah, I
destroy
remember that.
Okay, put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, that whole phone thing was ridiculous,
I was
by
just
the way.
locking my phone.
That poor guy.
The crazy part is, the police didn't even have a warrant, so Sheldon locking his phone was 100% legal.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. All I'll say is after this video, truly believe I'm honest, pure evil, actual cartoon villain. I mean, I kind of already believe that, Shaggy, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction. So now,
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't.
just imagine how angry the police are going to be when I go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Okay.
I told the detective the entire situation.
He was saying that this
somehow bricks and minifigs returned.
family's Lego sets were never even in the store. Like all of this stuff, and it's all documented. I have video of all of him saying this. I think he's like falsifying evidence.
I know
and
the
I think
whole
that's obstruction.
And now that we stole
the
Bricks
whole
and Minifigs'
connection with
strategy,
the
I think the plan
department
is
is
finally
crazy.
going to work.
Looks like the CEO is going down.
I mean, I submitted the videos of Eamon saying we're going to burn down the building and shoot him.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
And then I submitted all the raw footage of the entire conversation I had with him,
I
proving
don't
to the
think this
police
is
that
gonna
we
work,
never even said
dude.
anything close to this.
There's too much it's like loose, right? It's not like, I mean, it seems like, I'm sure from the outside, like looking at this, you're like, oh yes, it's very like cut and dry, but it's
This raw
not.
footage verifies
It's
that
really
everything I
not.
told the police is true, and everything Eamon told the police is a lie. On top of that, I even got access to the complete case Eamon made against me, and he doesn't have a single piece of evidence to support any of his claims. Which I guess makes sense. Like, how can you support evidence if you're just making everything up? Like, of course you can't submit anything.
So if the police have to decide what case to pursue, they're obviously going to pursue this case because it has like a ton of evidence, and then they're going to throw out Eamon's case that has no evidence at all.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Hello, my name is Ben Schneider. A couple months ago,
3
I made
months ago.
a case, and you were the officer that was helping me create it. I submitted a bunch of evidence through a link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and I haven't heard anything back. And so I'm just calling to
What?
see if I could get some type of update on how the case is going. It's about the CEO, Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs, in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your...
How have we not heard about the obstruction case? Has he just been quiet about it? Because he wanted to see if it would actually go through. What do you mean is smart, right? Like, you don't typically talk about those types of things, but yeah, why is this the first time we've heard about this? I guess what I said is probably why.
That'd be awesome.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
Yeah, literally no matter what I tried, I could not get a hold of this police officer. So
What
I'm
a
traveling
surprise.
all the way back to Utah to go back
What
to
a
the Provo police
surprise.
station in person to see how the police investigation against Eamon is going. And I just so happened to get a hold of the police schedule and arrived at the exact time this officer was supposed to arrive. But before I could speak to this
that's
officer, one
smart.
of the other police officers called into the front desk and asked to talk to me.
I'm not seeing him on duty right now.
Really? They said he was going to be here today at 3 o'clock.
There's always the chance that they might have called out sick or something.
Is there any way that you can...
Yeah, I mean, it could be one by default. He's probably just hoping that things would change, right?
check if he's here, or...
He's definitely scheduled to be here. Like I said, they might have called out sick or something.
Are you able to look and see how the case is
Did
going?
the guy just not even show up? This is weird.
That's not something that I can tell you over the phone.
Okay, you can't even just tell me like how it's going, like if he's still looking into it, or.
No, I can't. That's not something I can do.
Okay.
Which might be true.
So basically, I came all the way out here to find 0 answers, but eventually I did find an answer. They sent it to me in the mail, and looks like I was right. The police only had time to take on one of our cases, and it was Ammon's, not mine. Yes, the case that had an overwhelming...
What? Wait a second. So they wait. So they only took that Ammon's case and not his. They didn't even like go through with it. Not taking one by default, but it could be Vince court case that he was broadcasting. He won by default, but even he didn't win that case. Right? Yeah. I guess that's what I'm saying. Walk, was it this one then, or what? Why, or is it separate? Like, why are we hearing about this for the first time? You know what I mean? That's kind of crazy, actually.
Amount of evidence. They thought that case was garbage, and they took on the case that has 0 evidence at all. In the police body cam footage, after the police watched my full conversation, proving that I didn't threaten to burn the place down or literally anything, they even admitted to Ammon that there was no credibility with his entire case against me.
We agreed that there really was no extortion code that would fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you guys. You're not having to deal with this fool and all of his issues. We did find that there was another code that fit, and it's called aggravated commercial obstruction.
The police just told Ammon that even though there's absolutely nothing to his claim against me, if they work together,
so they were helping him find some way to have something stick.
Maybe they can fabricate some type of charge against me.
However, the tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When he came...
Isn't this like in lawyer territory? Like, I mean, I guess anybody's able to. All right, I gotta move a second, guys. I'm getting very stiff. I mean, I guess anybody's allowed to share like free information, right? Be like, oh, like, you know, this is what you think. I think you should do blah 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 blah. But isn't this more like lawyer territory?
Came to the property. Did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not leaving until we get it. And he's like, no. Like,
so Ammon's telling the police
that
that even though they continuously told us to leave.
I mean, everything is recorded, so is that actually true?
But if we go back and look at the footage of what happened, this is the reality.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time?
I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. That doesn't involve us. Okay. As a separate business entity, you got to take it up with them. You got to resolve it with them.
Okay, well, thanks so much, guys.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense, right? Like, you can look at a situation where, like, well, it's not this, but it is this. I mean, my only question is, I guess, is this random secretary number 1 or is it actual cop?
Hey,
I'm sure they will, Nid. I mean, it's like a gold mine of content for them, you know?
I don't know. It kind of looks like the reality of what happened is we left too early for them. They wanted to pull us back in to keep talking to us. But we did show back up a second time. And to Ammon's credit, about halfway through the conversation, he did say that if we don't leave, he's going to call the cops on us.
You can leave.
Okay.
If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
And this is right after I told him you could do it either the easy way and just give us the Legos back, or we can do it the hard way, implying that we would take him to court.
So you're threatening me.
I'm not threatening. We're right. Like, we have a right to the Legos, so we're gonna get them the easy way or the hard way.
What proof of ownership have you provided to me that you own this Lego?
I mean, I can give you proof if you want.
Right, provide proof.
But right after he says this, he's now asking us to provide him proof that we actually are entitled to these Legos.
Right.
So we can't leave now because he just told us to stay and provide proof. And then at the very end of the conversation, he says this one more time.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working
And
with
then
us.
he left.
So, see you later.
So, like, I feel like he abided by the rules, but especially with how the conversation went, right? So, like, yes, he had asked multiple times, but also that was because he said leave, you know, he threatened him with, hey, you're going to have to leave. But then also he said, hey, but provide the proof, you got to stay to do that. Okay, never mind, leave. So, I don't feel like it quite falls under whatever they're trying to charge him with, right?
Well, we have now all just seen the video footage of what actually happened. But now let's hear how Ammon describes it to the police.
Guys, at this point, I'd asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, we you know, like, you have to listen to us. You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. Like, but I asked multiple times, they did not leave.
Looks like that might be a
yeah, that's not entirely 100% true.
Felony charges. It is a felony?
Yes, because I went to the corporate headquarters and tried to give Ammon the easy way out of all of this, they're now trying to get me on a second-degree felony, which I don't really know how any of this would make me get a
he definitely misrepresented
second-degree
it
felony.
a little bit.
Like, what the heck, police officers? But they're doing it, and the punishment for this crime is 15 years in jail.
Yeah, I doubt
I don't know,
that.
you know, like, however else, you know, like, some of that stuff comes through, but, you know, like, the reality is, like, We've tried to talk with him and said, we're willing to work with you.
I think one of the main reasons the police keep taking Ammon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Ammon keeps framing the situation as he's just the helpful CEO who's trying to do the right thing and return Brian's property. And we're the ones that are preventing him from giving it back.
They're like, every time that they're like, oh, we want to give you something, right? They always make some new loophole, right? So it's always been so difficult for him to get paid out. And then they make another post where they're like, oh yeah, but we want to help you and we're dedicated to making it right. But also we want to clear up some misinformation. And then it's just more lies. So it's like, you seem like you want to do the right thing, but then you always shoot yourself in the foot by trying to do the right thing.
Brian. So I say we rewatch the footage and see what actually happened.
We said we would be more than happy to help Mr. Mansell.
Yeah, because Brian said
he was unwilling to work with us.
Well, Brian said he asked for the store inventory, and because he said like he wanted to work with you, and then you guys didn't provide the store inventory.
We asked him to provide us with any documentation, and he provided us.
Yeah,
with
didn't he do that?
The spreadsheet is not something that anybody you can just walk over to a McDonald's right now and say, all your ice cream machines belong to me.
What?
Why? Because so-and-so said so. Why? And I have a spreadsheet.
At least Provo tried to be helpful and did their job.
So first off, this spreadsheet Ammon's referring to wasn't just some mystery spreadsheet, it was the actual inventory the store made. But I guess Ammon's trying to claim that the previous owner stole the Legos and then lied on the inventory, and
which
so
we know
now
isn't
it
true.
Basically makes this inventory invalid. He said that when corporate was taking over the store, that they actually did their own inventory.
So here's the issue, right? They're like, oh, provide evidence. So they give them evidence, and they're like, well, this evidence isn't good enough, or this evidence isn't real. But, like, what did he want to actually fucking resolve the issue, right? Because if they give you proof, and then he's like, oh, well, this proof isn't actual proof. Like, dude, it literally is. You're just trying to, like, split hairs or just decide on your own whim this isn't good enough. And that's the issue, right? I don't ever feel like without public pressure or this video, there ever would have been a resolution. I very much believe that wholeheartedly with the entirety of my being.
And this is the correct inventory.
When we took over, we did an inventory.
And good news for me, he's willing to give me this inventory. He's actually always been willing to give it to me or Brian. All we've ever had to do was ask.
We will work with you to obtain any Lego that does exist.
Well, we did that, and you guys.
When?
I think we mailed it like 5 or 6 times, and we've gotten 0 response back.
Yeah, literally the first thing I did right when I heard about this entire situation
right, I remember that.
I googled Bricks and Minifigs, clicked on their website, clicked contact us, and sent them a message. I actually got a message back from corporate saying that they would love to help, but after a few months, I kept trying to reply to this message, and they just completely ghosted me.
What a surprise! What a surprise! Oh, we want to help you, ghost you.
4 or 5 months.
Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I say like, hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now, and then never.
Head forward right now. Resend it.
What's the email?
That is I don't know what email address that is.
This was on your guys' website.
That says fbc.team. I said franchise at bricksandminifigs.com.
Well, this is just on the website, so.
Did I tell you to look up something on the website and send it there?
Well,
did I say that?
Hey, so this place that's on your website to contact me? Well, I didn't tell you to contact me that way. Oh my gosh, that's such bullshit. That is beyond actual BS. Well, I didn't tell you to contact me that way. You're literally using the contact form that's on the website. Like, what do you expect? Oh my god. Yeah, this is comical. This is comical, dude.
Well, that's why.
Yes or no? Did I say that?
No.
I just said, send me an email to franchise@bricksandminifigs.com, and we will work with that.
But you're getting mad at me because I emailed on the website?
You keep saying that you, like, I understand that, but I'm telling you right now, and you're trying to argue on something that I didn't give you any information about. I'm telling you, send it to that one.
Yeah, you're like getting upset at us that we emailed the email that was on your website.
No, I'm telling you the way to do this, and you've been probably trying to communicate with a ghost.
Well, that's your guys' fault for putting that email on the website.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Okay,
and so why are you getting mad at us because we emailed the website for your instructions?
You harass us for all sorts of things. I'm not getting mad.
I mean, dude, he's trying to find out a question. You gave him a way to contact you, but it was not an actual way to contact you, let alone nobody answered through that contact form. So, number one, there's a problem you never answered it through that contact. Number two, even if it was a different contact, you didn't answer the contact form that he was using through the website. So if you're saying he's talking to a ghost, well, that's a problem because he was looking at the original one. Like, yeah, oh my god, dude, the The fucking mental like gymnastics here are insane.
Well, we're not harassing. We're just asking for our Legos back. If someone stole money from you and you went and politely asked for the money back, is that you harassing them?
It seems like Ammon kept either trying to stall or switch the subject. It almost seems like he doesn't want to actually give us this inventory.
No, and I totally understand. It's I understand that the email is being used for support. I get that, right? But the issue is this guy is trying to split hairs. I'm like, oh well, I said this email or whatever, right? Where Ben is like, I'm just using the one that was under support. So if nobody answered that, that's a problem in itself. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's helping Ben, even though he went through the proper contact channels. Like, yeah, it's they're literally like, oh well, yeah, you called this phone number to get help, but also at the same time, you didn't use the one that I told you to, so yeah, we can't help you anymore. Yeah, it's a waste of time. It's literally a waste of time.
Corey, what? He keeps saying he's willing to give it to us.
You guys can send that inventory list to us?
I do believe so, yes. I think we have sent that to Brian.
He says he said that's all he wants is the inventory list, and he'll stop like bugging you guys.
Well, then, Mr. Mansell and you, and if you want to be included on the emails with Mr. Mansell, that's totally fine. You guys.
Yeah, again, why is that other one just?
But you guys will give him the inventory
left
list
into
because he said he's been asking
oblivion.
for it for over a year now.
We can show the inventory list that was obtained when the store was originally taken over from Crystal Law, and we can work through that process and try and identify what was or wasn't there, and also try and identify how to proceed from there.
Yeah, I think Brian gets upset because he says they always say that they'll send me the list, kind of like how you're saying, oh, we can send it easily, but then when it comes down to it, you'll never actually send it. So maybe if you actually go ahead and send it, it would make him feel better.
Well, I understand what you're trying to get at. We're more than willing to work with you and help you.
I have a question. Why does he keep playing this music every time he talks? Is it like for a copyright reason, or like if somebody plays this clip that he gets like, I don't know, money for it? Like why is he doing that?
That's what I'm saying. Send an email to that email address that I just gave to you, and that will produce results.
Anyways, I sent an email to the email he told me about, not the one on their website. That's a bad email.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Don't ever email that one or the CEO is going to be pissed. But according to Ammon, now that I've sent this email, I should be receiving the inventory list very soon.
Yep.
So I waited all day.
But you never got.
I got no answer. So the next day, I sent them another email.
Yep.
I patiently waited again for about a week.
No, I think
And
they did
finally-
actually get the inventory list, if I recall.
This is the response. Mr. Schneider, BAM Franchising Incorporation will not participate in any form of communication that appears designed for public provocation, harassment, or manipulation of facts for the purpose of media content.
Manipulation of. Would you not want to provide that just to clear the record? Like, if you have nothing to be guilty of, but why not be transparent? You know.
Attempts to obtain privileged or confidential information through
Did you ever send music
misrepresentation
with a
or the
test you're setting
creation
up to be
of fraudulent
disingenuous?
documents. Just from me asking
Yeah,
for this
I don't know what the
inventory
music's
list
there
to
for,
prove
so
their
that's what I'm
innocence,
wondering about.
Because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to be like, hey, if you're innocent, I want to prove that you're innocent with this inventory list. But now, by me trying to do that, that's criminal behavior on my part. And considered harassment. And we reserve all rights to refer such behavior to appropriate legal authorities. It's AKA the
Bro,
cops.
oh my
Don't
God.
ask for our inventory list, or else we're gonna call the cops.
Yes, Bricks and Minifigs
that's
has
crazy.
officially banned me from ever asking for this inventory list again. And I'm not the only one who's banned from asking for this list.
He promised us a full inventory right away. We've never received it.
Yeah. And
Oh, what a surprise!
Been just absolutely nothing. So we've never gotten anything. We've never gotten an inventory list.
Yeah, the previous owner who got her entire store stolen from her by corporate, I mean, she's legally required to get sent an inventory list, and even she, 2 years later, has not gotten it yet.
It would have resolved everything because they would have had to identify everything in the store, and it would have identified all of Brian's stuff, and they never.
It would have identified Brian's stuff. It also would have identified their list versus their count list as well.
They never provided it, so we couldn't then demand the third-party evaluation.
And it's now, what, a year and a half later?
Just, who knows what.
Still no inventory.
Dang.
So,
Dang.
would have solved a lot of problems a year and a half ago to go, here's the inventory.
And even Brian still hasn't received this inventory list yet.
I've never received an inventory list.
Poor fucking Brian, dude. Like, they've never gotten the whole family. I mean, yeah, there's a GoFundMe now, but even still.
And the worst part about all of this is it seems like the CEO is pretty much just trying to rub all of this in everyone's face. When I turned on the news, I saw this.
Now, as far as offering Brian the inventory, have you gone through the store, figured out what was part of his collection, taken inventory, and shown him that inventory to offer that?
we've tried to share those with Mr. Mansell in hopes that he can see, that we were not attempting in any way, shape, or form to withhold anything. Those then were offered to him, and the initial offer was rejected.
So now on public television, Ammon, the CEO, is telling the world that he tried to give us this inventory, but we're the ones that didn't want it.
We do want to help him recover as much of the collection. Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole.
I have a quick question, chat. Maybe I'm actually, previous owners didn't say she was legally required to be sent that. I don't think it was like a legal requirement. I think they just wanted it, right? But I have a question, guys. Quick question. If you are being accused of being a bad person, right? Like you're accused of XY crime and you're an evil person, or you're being called an evil person, you are being called out for extortion and manipulation, stuff like that. Do you really think that having the most Looney Tunes villain-ass mustache is the best way to go, bro? Like, that's like going to court and like wearing like devil horns. Like, I feel like people don't have any perception of how like they look sometimes. Like, if you're being accused of this, dude, I would be making my mustache look very professional and like nice. Like, what? What? I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's funny, but also at the same time, I'm like, dude, like, right, exactly, leader. Exactly, leader. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you do that?
Oh my God. Stop
like,
I
just don't understand people sometimes and like, their own, like they lack empathy or understanding of how other people view them. You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, dude, if I have to go to court about something and I'm getting called out for something, I'm definitely going to be dressing very nicely and very professionally, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna go in there in a fucking, like, succubus outfit, like, this is like a time and a place. I don't understand this guy. I don't understand this guy.
We know that we have a responsibility to work with him to make sure he does get made whole.
So you've offered Brian
he's a multi-millionaire, that's true, got him.
That was in the store.
Yeah, whatever was left over, we've offered that on multiple occasions. So we've tried to make multiple offers, and hopefully we'll be able to get them to the table so we can discuss it.
And this is pretty much Ammon's game plan now. Go on as many news stations as you can and lie.
The entire time we were saying, hey, we want to help, we want to help.
The main narrative now seems to be Brixton Minifigs has
like how
always been
his
trying to
mustache is right there is fine. Like, why did he twirl it up like the fucking bowler hat guy from Meet the Robinsons, like, why did you just leave your mustache down, dude?
His Legos back, but Brian just never wanted them back.
Would you be willing to just take this? And the answer was no.
Like, right here,
to be given to the family, and it was refused. They made the offer and said, hey, you can have all this, and that offer was not accepted at the time.
Well, that's Ammon's side of the story, but I'd say let's take a look at what actually happened.
Read from the bottom up. That is our correspondence with Brixton Minifigs, trying to work with them and getting the sets back.
So right when this happened, Brian hired an attorney to reach out to Brixton Minifigs. They sent an email saying, how should we proceed to retake the possession of the sets/minifigures? And they actually emailed back saying they were willing to help. And then after this, they just never respond.
Yeah, then it ghosted.
So Brian's attorney sent them another
but there were also like other loopholes they would put them through, but that was like way earlier on.
Email, just following up
like,
on
way,
this,
way
when
earlier
can we
on.
pick up the sets? And they still
right
didn't respond. So the attorneys emailed back saying, it's now been 16 days. How can we get these Legos back? And finally, they received a response.
It says Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson have no legal obligation to return any of the Lego product that exists in their store to you. What? So yeah.
So this isn't like a hard confirmation, right? But it's almost like a loose confirmation that they acknowledge that they own them, right? They're like, well, we don't have any obligation to return them to you, but you said you didn't have them. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying they are like hard confirming we have them, but with the wording in particular, it's like, no, wait a second. So you do have them.
Basically, they're saying that they're the ones they're not able to work with you, is what it seems like.
Exactly.
They finished this email saying, we consider this matter closed and will not be returning any Lego products to you. So as
Dude, I fucking hate when people do that. When they're like, yeah, so I consider this matter closed and that's it, bye. This is the last I'm going to message you about it. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I've seen a lot of, in Google Docies, I see a lot of people try to do this, right? In all of our readings, we've seen so many people be like, yeah, so I don't want to talk about it anymore, and that's it. It's like, whoa, no.
And see, that's the reality of what actually happened. But then Ammon goes on Fox News and says this.
So they actually did have an attorney send information to us. We said, great, appreciate this. Let's see what we can do to work this out. Yeah. And then we never heard back.
So why is Ammon going on like Fox News then and saying we wanted to give Brian his stuff back?
Dude, he just keeps getting so much worse, dude. I mean, like, I'm so surprised with all of this, like, information and evidence, right? That they're not trying to launch some kind of formal investigation because he's lying on public television, you know?
Didn't want his stuff back. He didn't want any of his things.
That's my point. I don't know. He's lying.
I truly do believe in integrity. Truly, I believe in the sentiment of integrity, and I believe everyone should have integrity.
But anyways, another thing the CEO seems to be pretty upset about is...
And that's what makes this case so interesting, right? Because...
I don't talk you lying.
Thank you, Nin. Thank you.
Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
I think it's a big thing that makes this case so interesting, Shaggy, is because, you know, Ben understands. I will say Ben is quite eccentric and over-exaggerates a lot, but he understands how to appeal to people, right? Whereas Ammon is like literally the exact opposite. He has no empathy or understanding for how other people work or how their perceptions can be not manipulated but altered, right? Like, he doesn't understand how he looks, how he sounds. He just doesn't understand other people's perception, and I think that's why he's ultimately failed so much.
Is that when Brian kept demanding his stuff back and couldn't get it back, eventually he had enough, and he was like, I'm gonna make a Facebook post about this. And in his Facebook post, he called Bricks and Minifigs thieves and liars. And this Facebook post, like, really pissed off Ammon. I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars, all because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
There is no theft. Do you understand the legal definition of theft? Legally have to meet the definition of knowing that the property was stolen or otherwise not.
Yeah.
That's not true.
And on my phone.
It was not known until Mr. Mansell came in days later and said...
even if you did or didn't know, right? Like, you can still steal something. Like, you can take something wrongfully by accident, you know? That's such a weirdly warped... Yeah, hold on. Let's do this. Definition of theft. Hold on. Theft is the act of dishonestly taking someone else's property or services without the permission, with the intention to permanently deprive the rightful owner of it. It's a broad legal term to be legally classified a crime. Generally requires two main elements: taking or exercising unauthorized control over someone's property, the dishonest intent to keep, sell, or destroy. I guess for him, technically, it's not dishonest. So, by his own personal definition, he's not thieving, right? Because he's not saying it's dishonest. You can prove you didn't have prior knowledge. You can be protected against theft. Interesting. So what does it fall under when you take something but you didn't know about it? Like, what is that called? I mean, here's the definition, guys. So I guess technically he's right. You know, I can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue against the definition of it. But what I will say is that we know he's taking it dishonestly. So, I mean, technically, he did commit theft. So his point here is invalid. But regardless, that is the definition. I learned something new today. So, we all learned something new today. Which is why we look it up. Maybe accessory negligence? I don't know. Yeah, let me know what you guys find out.
I have some of these things that need to be...
That's another lie again, because...
It is not another lie.
So I showed Ammon the security camera footage where corporate acknowledges that they are now going to be responsible for these Lego Star Wars sets.
These are ones that he has not
that is true.
Percentage yet. And if I don't have my tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. It's taking on the business.
I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really say, right? But, I mean, at least we learned about the proper definition of it. Yeah, because I thought it was knowingly or unknowingly, so... Well, I mean... Look, I'll be honest, guys, I like being wrong, because then I learned something new.
Him this footage to try to bring the conversation back to reality. This was his response.
No extortion.
Because we caught you guys?
No, because you are attempting to extort us, so...
Ow. Are they just asking for information?
Right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So, catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Nope. We have done nothing.
See, I agree too. I agree, nope, it's not illegal on us. Thank you for...
We have done nothing illegal, and you are doing something illegal right now.
I don't think it's illegal. I think us catching you guys.
Yeah, I can't think of the term either, Wog, but it's something I probably know.
That means what you guys are doing is illegal.
Yeah, once he was made aware of it, the protection against theft goes away. Exactly.
We have to leave?
He's just asking for property,
Oh, yeah.
and then he did leave.
Thank you for working with us. And
Legal did not. Legal did release a new video. I think it was yesterday. I've not seen it yet, Kiri Cat, but I will take a look at it on my own time. So the lawyer says this does actually fall under extortion from him, which is funny. Really, actually. Like, actually, that's extortion, though. Like, him asking for information, even though he's, like, reach out to them and they don't give it. That's crazy.
We're just going around in circles for
that's actually wild to me, Walk.
And just, you know, having, like, kind of...
It is the way I let lawyers
less than
figure this
genuine
out
questions
because
or
I
less than
just
genuine
clearly don't know.
responses being given to me. You know, I was exasperated by the end of it, and that's, you know, like, when people get tired and exasperated, that's when, like, we finally got the footage that we can use to make him look like a completely unreasonable monster, you know, like...
The thing is, too, is, like, I guess what seems reasonable to me is not, obviously, the law sometimes, right? Easy way and hard way with someone showing the video to gain information, apparently. But isn't it just, like, free speech? Like, just sharing the video and being like, this is what happened?
And so, but that's what they do.
I guess that's
you know,
why we have courts.
Whose goal is to do those types of things. They just harass and go after people as long and hard as they can until somebody breaks and says something that, you know, then they can, you know, use that one clip to be like, oh, look at this horrible monster of a person.
Yeah, but
so that's what I feel
you
like.
did
is
that
kind
to
of
yourself,
really happened
bro.
here.
So Ammon's claiming that I just harassed him for 30 minutes, and finally he got fed up with us, which that was the one clip at the end that I used in my documentary. So I say let's go to the very beginning of the footage, my first interaction with him, and see what actually happened.
So what's going on?
so you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
Yeah, literally from the very first sentence we ever exchanged with each other, Ammon's goal was just to lie to us. But
I mean, I will say, Ammon was very, like, it was clearly standoffish, right? But you will see, Ben probably should not have opened up with, you're holding some of our Legos. He could have definitely approached that in a much kinder way, but regardless, right? He was clearly standoffish.
But anyways, I'm now starting to think that the only reason Ammon wanted us to email him about the inventory list wasn't actually give us the inventory list, but actually, it was a trap. Yeah, Ammon only wanted me to email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my private information.
Wait,
you
what?
think I'm lying, but they actually did this. They subpoenaed Google.
They subpoenaed Google? Wait, what? Whoa. Wait, whoa. Why are we subpoenaing fucking Google? Wait. Hold on here a second. What? They actually did this. Holy shit, dude. Wow, I mean, yeah, I know you can get the information with Google. You can do that. I know that's something you could do, but I didn't think it was just something you could just, like, casually be like, yeah, I want to just reach out and get this information. I mean, that's wild. That's actually, like, dude, that's way too much. Way too much. All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop and stretch a second, guys. I don't hurt. My joints are not so good these. Ben's initial approach was wrong. Preceding interactions get a Christian, depending on state statutes. I will say his like the way he walked up in the conversation was not so great. I agree with that. It's just wild to me because you would think that, I mean, for me, Legend, like just my perception of it, obviously, you know, the court knows better than I do, right? Lawyers know better than I do. My perception would be like, that he's just sharing his interaction. You know, like it's free speech, right? It wasn't necessarily extortion. It's just, this is his side of it, right? That's how I look at it. Yes, absolutely, Legend. I guess I just don't immediately view it that way. Like, oh my god. Oh, my back just popped. That felt so good. My lower back just popped. Did you hear it? I think that, that's at least my viewpoint about it is, yeah, okay. So even though that has been put this out, it feels like it was just more for documentation more so than it was to extort. You know what I mean? But like I said, I mean, that's really up to a court, right? I'm not a lawyer. Obviously, They know better than I do, so. Oh, you did hear it? Oh my god, it felt so good. It felt so good. Thanks, I needed to stretch really badly. I was hurting. Yeah, at the time that was happening, the first video was out. By the time I think the attorney's count was at least 20 crimes being committed in that first video, he's like a judge has sentence of being sure. So, I mean, like, I know we addressed this last time, but I mean, I've already said that Ben really didn't do himself a lot of favors in a couple of these instances. We know that, right? Very much so. But I will... Is this the Fork Police Department? Are they coming after me? I think that Ben definitely made some mistakes, but I also feel like a lot of this should just be documented to protect himself, you know? I guess him being a YouTuber is both a good and bad thing, because some people are like, oh my god, yeah, this is awesome. You know, you're documenting, but also, like, that can be used against you in a sense that, you know, like socially, like, oh, they're a YouTuber, don't trust them, they're trying to extort you. And then also things like this where legally it is a problem. I've been too good by bringing it to life after I just made it worse, sure. I mean, I think it's definitely gonna have to, as we talked about before, stick with some charges, right? There's gonna be something to do stick, but to his point, there has been a lot of stuff he's uncovered as well, especially with the police department. That was just bullshit. Yeah, his public opinion is actually really good. His public opinion of him is at an all-time high.
Asking for all private information tied to this email address, and Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed to the Lego video so far, all my emails, all my search history, all the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyways, this was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
Yeah, that's
I'm really
crazy.
Curious to see like if this school even makes any money doing this YouTube stuff. I'm like, if it's enough for him to travel to another state just to go get some footage. It doesn't even sound like his like secret information doesn't even seem credible from my understanding.
No, so it sounds like you were able to watch the video.
I think by secret information, the police officer is referring to the security camera footage that proves that everything Bricks and Minifigs is saying is a lie. My first question is, how could this not be credible? It's literally just video evidence of what happened that night. But at least now I can see why the police
It is very weird that they don't acknowledge like half of this stuff, right? I don't know. I mean, I do understand to a point that you don't want to believe everything you see. Like, I understand that. But I mean, looking at the videos, you can clearly be like, yeah, I mean, this evidence really does seem to line up, or at least cast a shadow of doubt upon Bricks and Minifigs at, like, the absolute, like, worst, you know?
Listening to me. They're basically just saying that all of the evidence I submit to them is not credible, and therefore, case closed. Ben's wrong, and we're right, because we said that the evidence is uncredible. At this point, Bricks and Minifigs is working with the police to just come up with whatever story they can to make any evidence I give them seem as uncredible as possible.
In all of his actions to just generate clicks and likes to get, you know, like social media clout without putting in work and just doing the crummy stuff.
Without putting in work. I mean, bro, this guy's actually done an insane amount of work.
He seems like a fun...
Yeah, let's be fair.
And, you know...
Ben has put in a lot of fucking work.
Follow somebody who's like a paper tiger, right? Like, who, like, behind, you know, or like a keyboard warrior. But they'll make threats.
And this is the craziest part of the video to me. Ammon's claiming that I'm a keyboard warrior.
Hey, like that, thank you for
basically
44
just someone who
months.
talks a lot of smack online, but then when it actually comes down to it, they won't do anything in person. Which, I mean, if we look back at the footage,
Yeah, that's kind of the
I accomplished
opposite of
almost everything I set out to do. I didn't get scared of anything. If someone in this story is a keyboard warrior, I don't think it's me. I think it's Bricks and Minifigs. I mean, let's double check by looking at the footage. Ammon claims with his words that he can give us the inventory list.
We can show the
Yeah,
inventory list.
Copyzilla, I mean, exposed a lot as well.
Bricks
Copyzilla really straighten out the dollar amount, you know? Which is something that Ben, I don't know, wasn't like the most clear on. Like, well, so the second it came up in the campaign where they're like, oh, it should be worth about this, that was my first kind of like, okay, wait a second, so is it actually worth
Minifigs
that?
this entire time has also just been begging me to sue them.
Yeah, the cold
So
thing
when I
was
finally go out and actually
crazy.
sue them, they close down their store. And now Bricks and Minifigs is going to absolute extreme lengths to hide from this lawsuit.
Are you okay if she just gives you the paper?
I think this video here, the body cam footage, should have completely flipped the script a lot. I think it did, at least in the public eye, like where people were, maybe there were doubters, like looked at this and said, holy shit, dude, there's something like, if you want to put Bricks and Minifigs to the side, there's at least something wrong with this police department, you know?
So we can just No, I'm not accepting service from you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Briggs and Minifigs is showing all of the signs of a keyboard warrior, but for some reason they think that I'm the keyboard warrior. At this point, it almost seems like everything Briggs and Minifigs is doing, for some reason they think that I'm the one that's the one doing it.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys, hoping no more issues. There's so many other things that this guy could, like, be talking about, right?
No, 100%. But sometimes, you know, like, it's a sunk cost fallacy. They just think, oh, I put so much time and effort into this. I gotta make sure something
Oh yeah,
happens.
absolutely. I mean, publicly,
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
thinks,
Yes, Ammon just completely
flipped a
proves
bit.
my point. Obviously,
Not
I'm
a
not
bit,
suffering
a
from the
lot.
sunk cost fallacy at all. Ammon's the one suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. I mean, they literally already admitted to me that they've held onto
Yeah,
the Legos
actually,
for so long.
I was gonna say I agree with Ben here. If anybody's suffering from the sunk cost fallacy, it's definitely Bricks and Minifigs at this point, because like holy shit.
What?
Actually.
It's not worth it for them to give it back to us anymore.
I'm not going to distribute those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for this long, so.
Let's see what else Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Well, they're suing me for defamation. But this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs is actually the ones defaming me.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down.
Let's go to the next thing Bricks and Minifigs
Yeah, I
is
mean, that
accusing
is
me of. Extortion.
false.
When they're the ones actually extorting me by saying if I don't let them steal the Legos from us, they're gonna make up a reason to throw me in jail.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're fucking thief.
Dang.
I don't know if this part is entirely represented correctly, but I mean, I guess on a stretch, Ben's kind of right, but I don't know about this part. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think that's gonna stick for you, Ben. Is my point.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
Bricks and Minifigs is also getting me for RICO charges.
They're charging Reckless Ben for RICO. I think it is more likely that the police are guilty of RICO, right?
And if you look at the CEO's previous businesses, he actually got sued for RICO. He's the one guilty of RICO, not me. They're also accusing me of sending a sniper to shoot out the windows of the McNeff house.
You guys want to come to, you can see the window and see where they were shooting from. It could be a sniper blade on the hill.
When the police got there, they realized
What?
it was actually a construction worker who accidentally shot out
I
the
don't
window.
remember that.
Seems more likely that it happened from construction work than it happened from some random people across the way.
But even after all this, they still go online and say it was
Yeah,
me.
I don't remember
He's trying to
that.
get Ben Schneider for like attempted murder. He's basically trying to set Ben Schneider up for attempted murder when meanwhile it was a nail from his own construction worker.
So what's the moral of the story here? It looks like everything bad Bricks and Minifigs is doing, they think that I'm the one that's doing the bad thing. It makes no sense.
I mean, they definitely tried to paint Ben in a negative light, like big time.
Just to let you know, we call it double blind. The person who committed the crime may or may not be in the lineup or depicted. So I will give this to you. You'll have as much time as you need to choose someone or to not choose anyone. Whenever you're able to
Yeah, what is this?
feel that you have ID'd somebody, I just ask that you circle it and then initial next to
And then, like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this?
Okay. Cool.
Really, this was like the final step that I needed. This is legit. We've been able to verify who.
Yeah, call in fucking Solid Snake. I need him to snipe down people to get back our Legos.
Now,
Yep.
So the police put on this big performance to make
Now,
it
what
look
is
like
this?
they're going to all this work to verify the facts. When in reality, they already know who I am. They already subpoenaed Google. They already watched my entire first Lego video. They already went through all my search history. To me, this just feels like a staged performance so they can show the world, hey, look, we verified everything, when if they would have just put an equal amount of effort into watching the raw footage I submitted to them, they would have found out that Ammon's just completely lying to them. But for some reason,
Oh,
they
it's like a
didn't.
lineup. Okay.
A few weeks later, when I ended up
Pick
going
the,
to court,
assailant.
this was the staged response.
My name is Nick Mielski. I'm the prosecutor. Is Benjamin Schneider here?
Yes.
If you want to take care of that today, we can do what we call a plea in abeyance.
Were you able to see the footage I submitted to the police of our interaction?
I have not watched it, no.
Okay, because in that footage, you can clearly see that the second he tells us to leave, we say, okay, we'll leave. And then he calls the police and said that we threatened to burn down the building and shoot everyone inside. And he was just making up all these lies, which you can clearly see in the footage that we submitted. We were being respectful the whole time. We left the second he told us to.
Sorry, let me look.
And so it makes sense why the police would take me to court, because, I mean, he's threatening that we're going to burn down the building and shoot everyone, but we did
They
nothing.
never said that.
He's just saying that because he's...
I mean, I will say this actually. For Ben to hone in on this is really smart, and I do agree with you, Zero. Ben has been very abrasive. I don't know if callous is the right word, but abrasive is probably more on point, right? The way he's gone about it has been very rough, but he's got some points, and I do think that honing in on this particular point is actually really smart.
He's trying to, I'm a documentary maker, so I'm making a
Very,
documentary
very
on the
smart.
thing. So his logic is if he throws me in jail, then if he makes up a reason for me to go to jail, then I won't be able to expose them for their crimes. So that's the what's going on. It's clear as day in the footage.
I mean, I don't.
If you watch it,
I don't know about all that, Ben, but
it seems like they're just making up a bunch of false information in order to silence criticism.
So did you submit that to the police officer?
Yes.
Is the footage going such that it's still going like when you step out the door?
It starts from when we're in the elevator before we talk to him to when we were back in the elevator going back down.
Obviously, a video doesn't necessarily show everything that possibly happened.
So according to the state of Utah, the raw video that shows everything that possibly could have happened is not credible and could not have shown everything that possibly could have happened. And they didn't even watch it. They're literally just taking...
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's actually some good stuff in there, you know what I mean? Like, especially, I get why he's honing in on that particular point, because they basically did lie about him saying, like, oh, he's gonna burn down a building and stuff like that, but I don't know why they wouldn't at least want to look at it. Like, again, what does it hurt to be transparent?
Ammon's word for everything and completely ignoring all the evidence.
Yeah, thank God he got a lawyer.
So where does this leave me now? Not only am I being charged with a bunch of mystery crimes in American Fork, Utah, but I'm also being charged with a second-degree felony up to 15 years in jail in Provo, Utah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Now that they have written proof that I'm committing all of these insane crimes against them, I mean, obviously Bricks and Minifigs just made up everything, but that's not how the court sees it. The court thinks that these are real, and for whatever reason, the court wouldn't let me share my side. They only heard Bricks and Minifigs' side.
Ben's side was not in the room, was not heard. The court signed an order erasing his published work on the strength of the company's verified complaint and the company's motion, with no one there to say a word against it.
Yeah, the judge granted a temporary restraining order, preventing me from even talking about Bricks and Minifigs, which sucks because
we know about
this was
all
the night
that.
I hit 1 million subscribers, and all my friends threw a giant surprise party for me.
Right, exactly. I do know that.
Bricks and
I do know
Minifigs
that.
gets to just keep spreading their lies about me, and I just have to sit in silence, and there's nothing I can do to stop
Well, pretty much that's actually what he did, GL. He took it federal. That's literally exactly what he did.
It's crazy to think
At
about
least in
how
one
much
court
public
case.
support I was getting.
$200,000.
Yeah, I covered this back on Tuesday. He literally took it federal.
That's turning into one of the craziest legal cases and an internet crusade that is just exploding.
A $200,000 Lego collection. This $200,000 Lego scandal is literally one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I think this might be the best video that I've seen. This is one of the crazier stories I think I've ever covered.
Run by Mormons. Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben.
It really seemed like the entire internet was uniting to stand up to this bully of a company.
Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it.
Brick by brick.
That was my favorite part. That was actually my favorite fucking part. When the CEO came out, he's like, "No, I'm not taking down the Patreon video." That was
It really
awesome.
did seem like we were right about to get the Legos back, but I was wrong. Now the court has silenced me, and it looks like all the work I put into this was just for nothing. However, people were pretty upset that I was silenced and decided to protest. It sucks that I'm not even allowed to be a part of this movement anymore. Or maybe I can be here, I just have to be in disguise so no one recognizes me.
Bro, why?
No.
All right, I'm here with, what was your name?
I'm Jerome. Just here to support the cause. Just the American Fork local.
I feel like this is not a good idea. Nah, that's not a good idea.
Here with Jerome.
I spent the rest of the day protesting for the cause, and not a single person here recognized who I actually am. And maybe the protesting worked, because after a full month of remaining silent, I finally have an
Yeah,
announcement.
not really good idea.
Look, I don't need this disguise anymore because I have my freedom of speech back, baby. I can say whatever I want. I can say Bricks and Minifigs sucks. I can say Bricks and Minifigs push old people. And look, I just said it. I'm not in jail.
Definitely
We're
funny,
sick.
but
We got
not
First
the.
Amendment rights back.
Yeah, definitely not
And now
the
that I have
best
my freedom
idea.
of speech back, everyone is wondering how Bricks and Minifigs can make up for the fact that they
Also,
made
why
up
the
all these
fuck are
lies
you
about
up there, dude?
me to take away my freedom of speech. Most legal experts are saying I could easily win
Right,
millions
exactly
of dollars
what?
from Bricks and Minifigs, but instead, I have a better solution.
If they want to apologize, they can say they're sorry by doing the chicken dance. And I will take that as a sincere form of apology. And once they do the chicken dance, then I will know that Bricks and Minifigs is sorry, and we can finally move on to the next video series. It'll be awesome. So you guys might be thinking, why do you want to do the chicken dance? And there's actually a reason. So this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs always says the right thing, but then their actions don't match their words at all. So I was thinking, well, if they get given an apology, they might say the right things, you know, but they're not actually going to mean it. So by doing the chicken dance, I'm going to basically just be giving them another opportunity to do the right thing, not just with their words,
Bruh,
with their
that's
actions.
crazy.
And once they decide to do the right thing, then I'll move on to the next video series. And
That's
never
gonna
talk
work
about our
out
community
for you,
again. But
Ben.
also make sure to check us out at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. Because
Oh,
right now
no.
we have 2 new Lego sets for sale that you can buy right now. One of Joshua Johnson and one of Amy McNess. And
Oh my god, dude. This is such a bad idea, bro. That's such a bad idea. Oh my, you were literally poking the bear, dude. Is it funny? Yes. Should you be doing this? Bro, no. You should definitely not be doing this. Yeah, I was about to say, it's just like, the first thing I think of is defamation. Oh,
we're only making
no.
500 of each, and once all
Very
500 of each
savage.
sell out, we're never making any more. And you gotta buy them now because someday they're gonna sell for like $1 million or something. They're gonna be collectibles. It's gonna be sick. Also,
Yeah, I
subscribe
don't
to
know if it's
Patreon.
illegal or not, but I'm definitely like,
Tons of
bro,
behind the
why are you
scenes,
poking the
tons of,
bear?
extra footage, full interviews. Also, part 4 is coming soon. If you subscribe to Patreon,
No,
you get
I agree. It's absolutely hilarious.
first
But
to
like,
watch it.
bro,
Also,
sometimes you
subscribe to
gotta.
part 5, subscribe to part 6, part 7.
Oh
all the way
my
to part 100.
gosh.
We're doing 100 parts. My lawyer said if Bricks and Minifix sues me, which they've still not dropped their lawsuit, then it'll be at least 2 years and 52 weeks a year. That's 104 parts at least. So come back all the way till.
Wow, I mean, honestly, I don't expect any different from Ben at this point. I'm gonna be so real.
$1
Like,
for Bricks
this
and
is pretty much exactly what I expect out of him. Like, but also, I'm like, dude, like, why? Like, you might make it worse. I mean, I guess if the lawyers say it's fine, then that's what matters. I guess, like, I'm kind of a little tiny bit concerned overall about, like, Ben's stuff because I'm like, dude, you gotta be careful, you know, you gotta be careful. Yeah, he has got reckless for a reason, so. Holy shit, what an update though. What an update about the entirety of this thing, chat. I don't really know exactly what to tell you within this, other than I really do obviously believe that Bricks and Minifigs has done themselves no favors in making themselves look good. They have directly lied about multiple things multiple times. We've already pointed this out in past coverage. I think Ben coming back with his new video, obviously a lot of people are happy about it. But I think that he's just got to be careful, you know? He's really got to be careful. He's going to end up in really horrible legal hot water. I mean, he already is, right? But what we talked about, they did already move one court case to federal anyway, so hopefully that's going to help him resolve. And especially now that the you know, looking back on here, right, a bit of his restraining order was, you know, amended, and he's able to release it. That's already a really big step. Let's see both Bricks and Mid get the hammer dropped on them because me and the various attorneys doing the court, doing account of at least 20 crimes done in Oregon alone. We continue more and more elsewhere, including fleeing the country on bail and very likely breaching the TRO. Is going to dig a hole deeper. I feel like the thing is like, if you think about this case as a whole, right, I don't think a lot of people care about what Ben has done because ultimately he's trying to have justice served, you know what I mean? It's like Batman, it's like justice at any cost, right? And like on a personal level, I appreciate that about Ben wanting to go to any level to help this family get their Legos back. When they were clearly scammed and there was clearly a bunch of lies told by this company, but also from a legal perspective, right? Yes, obviously he's done some things wrong. He's trying to do good. He just does it sometimes in the worst or dumb way possible. But it's been a crazy ride, guys. I guess we'll see what happens for part 4. You know, we'll watch it together when it does get there. So very crazy. In other news, guys, I do want to talk about what's going on with Mizkif. So a little bit of a reminder here, guys. So Amaru, there's been a while, but Amaru accused Mizkif several months ago of emotional abuse, stalking, and sexual assault. Mizkif obviously denied these allegations, and he filed a defamation lawsuit against Amaru and Asmongold. Of course, Amaru went on to detail in a live stream. This is actually October 25th. I got the date. Back on October 25th, 2025. So wow, we're fast approaching a year on that. That's crazy. So she talked about how he was psychologically manipulative. There was domestic abuse, blackmail threats from him, right? She also filed a restraining order against Mizkif. Obviously, Mizkif denied these allegations, claiming their past relationship was mutually toxic, characterized by often argumentation. But what I want to talk about, guys, is Mizkif actually uploaded a video recently talking about this defamation claim, right? Now, a judge actually recommended for Mizkif's defamation claim against Imru to move forward. So they said, yeah, go ahead and do it. Put it out there. That's fine. However, that same judge recommended that the claim against Asmongold should be dismissed. I think that's very important to remember right here, guys, that he's got two big ones. He's got one against Imru. He's got one against Asmongold. Well, the judge said, yeah, go ahead with the one with Imru, but the one against Asmon, you might want to drop that one. So anyway,
today,
Mizkif uploaded a 45-minute minute thing here, right? Talking about stuff that's titled Imru lied. People are saying falsely accusing some extreme crime should be punishable by law. False allegations only make it harder for those who are actually abused. You're accused of something and your friend abandoned you without hard evidence. You didn't do anything to harm a friend. Felicity was never your friend. So I wanted to ask you guys, I'm going to leave it up to you. Do you want to watch this entire thing? I'll leave it to you guys. I literally put in my notes. Let chat decide if they want to watch it. Yeah, I got that too, Irish. Don't worry. I got you. The less I hear his voice, the better off I am. I mean, I've already watched it, so I know what he kind of has to say. So I think that there's some... I think there's some truth to it. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I think at this point for me, I'm just... I'll play you a little bit. I mean, there's different sections, right? So why I'm doing this, what changed, talking about the defamation, admitting to everything, contradiction number one. I mean, it's very well divided, so if there's certain sections that you want to see, but yeah, here, I'll play you a little bit at least. That way you can get a little taste for it. I've already watched it. I think at this point for me, I'm just going to leave it to the court to decide. I don't have much to add to this, but here you go. Take a listen.
To go over them. I'm Matthew Renato, the streamer known online as Mizkif. In the court filings, my name is also spelled Mizrandino. This is about Emily Shunk, the streamer online known as Emru, who I was in a relationship with for about 3 years. For 3 years, she was the first person I saw every morning and the last person I saw every night. She was a person who wanted to marry me and have my children. Then, about 10 months later, after we broke up, in October of 2025, on a live stream to her audience of millions, she accused me of sexual assault, stalking, and abuse. I deny those accusations completely. To be clear about the setup, I am the one who went to court. I sued her for defamation, meaning for making false accusations that damaged me. A court has since ordered me to lay out one statement at a time.
I'm going to be honest, looking at what Mizkif said, I don't know. That's my biggest thing about this is legitimately when I watched this video and I got done with it, I'm like, I just don't know. I think there's some iffy parts and it's only one side and he contradicts himself from his older video. Yep. Where he admits to what Amy said. Plus he leaks out other serious issues he admits to before. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, just for me, it's so up in the air. Normally I have a lot of commentary to add and some things to tell you, but with this one, I'm just I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, we'll watch a little bit.
Exactly what she said, that is false. This is
and I think also one thing too, Siriu, to your point is that I think with Mizkif is Mizkif has ruined his credibility so much. His public perception is in the, underneath the trash can, you know what I mean? At least in my perception, in my opinion. I think a lot of people just don't want to hear him out, which I think you should, but, to the average person, they go, oh, Mizkif replied, well, I don't care, so I'm not going to listen. But I think that's wrong. I also think that that's just what it is,
With the public court record and her own words placed next to each claim, so you can weigh it for yourself. Here's what's changed. After her October 2025 live stream, the accusation spread everywhere, and to most people, the story was already settled. I was guilty. But what changed is that in June 2026, a federal judge reviewed her request to throw my entire case out and recommended the opposite, that it moves forward. So here's the accusations that she made on stream. These are in her words as the judge quoted them. On October 2025, near the start of her live stream, by the magistrate judge on the account of the transcript, she said she was, and quote, finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still...
You know, I will say this, right? These things are obviously where we weren't there, right? But I will say that there's definitely the threats, right? We've seen the text. We've already seen certain points put out. Like, I don't know how we would necessarily argue this particular part, because there were definitely some stuff he said that was threatening, right? I mean, I guess, is it defined as blackmail? I guess the court has to decide that, right? But some of the messages I've read, I'm like, dude, that's very threatening.
Still ongoing. Under Texas law, as a magistrate judge in my case wrote, accusing someone of a crime or of engaging in serious sexual misconduct is defamation per se. In plain terms, defamation per se means that falsely accusing someone of a crime is treated by the law as damaging on its face. So
yeah,
the harm
the
does
car
not have to
speeding
be
as
proven
well.
separately.
You know, actually, I forgot about that later. Yeah, I guess technically that would be, I don't know if false or blackmail, but that's like I mean, it's a threat,
Those
right?
are accusations of crimes. I deny every one of them. And the judge did not leave that standard in the abstract, applying it to her sexual assault accusation in the same opinion.
Well, what it sounds like to me, I'm gonna be honest, like, I put this in my notes, but the one thing I wanted to, I guess, like, say that I wrote down was, if Imru alleges this, right, and then he denies it, the judge might want this to move forward for her to, go up and share her story in court, so that way it is official, you know what I mean? So that way, yes, just because the said, well, that is defamation, right? And he denies it, that doesn't mean that it's not true, right? It just, the judge might be like, hey, guess what? We need this on record. We need you to move it forward. And we want to have a statement made by you officially, right? Rather than a stream. We want something in writing or on the record. So the framing on this seems very intentional. You know what I mean? It's very much like, yeah, but the judge said that it should move forward. And it's like, well, why? You know, there's a million reasons for that too.
She found that accusation reasonably capable of a defamatory meaning and allowed my defamation claim to move forward. If you want to find any of the...
And again, let's say that was hypothetically false. Yes, that would be defamation, but that doesn't mean that what she said isn't true, right? Yes, and essay cases are very messy, and I will tell you, essay being messy, she feels like she was essay means even if it didn't essay the malicious dishonesty, then won't be a win for him, right? Guys, you all know, as a forensic scientist, she specializes in essay. She goes to court and testifies about essay. It is a very messy and very tough subject to go to court over and to cover and to prove and fight against. It's very, very messy. I think messy is the right word.
These readings, I'll be putting a link below where you can read everything. For the first time I spoke until now, my account has not changed. The same denial, the same story, the same detail. I have never had to take anything back because I have never lied. She has.
I mean, obviously it's traumatic.
Repeatedly through this entire process. And I'm going to walk you through the lies in her own filings and her words. The same filing has her calling one live stream spontaneous, unedited, and unscripted in one document, and describing a lawyer's review and prepared notes in another. It has her swearing in a footnote that we did not get back together, while 2 months of her messages say that we did. It was her announcing a restraining order in 2 states that she never filed. Those are not differences of memory, they are lies, and the records are right here. The first thing that people told about me were that he admitted to everything. I never did, and I never moved off my own story. The first thing most people heard about was not that the accusations...
I mean, that's kind of not true. We've already seen you contradict yourself a few times. Yeah, I mean, what's that one, like, there's one where he admitted to so much stuff. Like, I remember we watched it, right? He was, like, crying and all that.
Itself.
That was the one with the Kirby
that I
thing,
had gone
too.
on my own stream and admitted to all of it. This is false. I denied these claims from the beginning, and I've said that in the same thing every day since. Almost no one listened to my side. Before I went live, Emery went live first. She told the world that I sexually assaulted her, abused her, and stalked her before I had a single word in my defense.
Let me go back here. I'm gonna have to find that clip. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that clip. Obviously not this one. Yeah, there was like a bunch of stuff that he actually admitted. I remember watching the clip. His OG video response. Which one was that? Is that on his Mizkif channel? Peter, do you remember? This one, the truth?
Is this goodbye? No, it's not goodbye. Not at all. Explain yourself? I will. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know.
Yeah, if you have it, that would be really cool. Thank you.
I deny those accusations completely. The word that came next, rapist, came from everyone who heard her and ran with it. The verdict was in before I even said a single word. And when I did go live, I told my side and I've stuck with it word for word to today. She has not. She has done exactly one live stream. And across that single stream, her story does not hold together. It has contradictions that are laid out in the sections that follow, in her own filings and her own words. One account has never changed. The other keeps changing. So why does the false version that I admitted to everything still win? That's because almost no one watched either stream in full. People pulled small clips from my about 30-minute response, cut away the context, and wrapped their own narrative around it for views and for clips. And the reach was never close to her. So in Emeru's filing, her motion calls it spontaneous. Her own transcript has her describing a lawyer's review and prepared notes. In her motion to dismiss, her attorney describes the stream this way in regards to the sexual assault. The live stream was spontaneous, unedited, and unscripted, speaking openly and vulnerably.
He's gonna sit and argue about the word spontaneous because, like, dude, she literally just decided to talk about it like on that stream. I remember it was very sudden too. So if he's gonna try to split hairs on this, I'm like, oh my gosh.
In the moment. In her declaration, she states the filed transcript of the live stream is accurate, a true and correct copy. And she says at 18 minutes and 5 seconds into that stream, I have been in contact with my lawyer. I had them review everything that I'm planning to say today. And across that same broadcast.
Hold up. I mean, I've already watched the video, so I know, but I mean, like, here's the thing, right? You'd be like, oh, well, yes, you talked to a lawyer and you planned on what you wanted to say and stuff like that, but you can't just sit there and be like, oh, it wasn't spontaneous anymore. Like, you can decide you were going to talk about one day and be like, you know what, I'm already approved, let me talk about it today, and that's still spontaneous. Like, oh, man. Yeah, the hair splitting on this is just like, oh, come on, bro.
She keeps refuting to how prepared she was. It was not just on a whim, she says. I took a lot of notes. I just ended up reading off my own notes. So my attorney puts it in court directly. Shunk should not be heard now to argue that her defamatory comments were some off-the-cuff, spontaneous, emotional response, when she specifically stated
that's not what she's saying.
That not only were her comments thoroughly planned out and scripted, that they were in fact reviewed by counsel in advance to the live stream.
I don't think that's what she meant by being spontaneous, right?
So her brief on the stream was spontaneous and unscripted. Her own filed transcript has her saying...
Chat, what do you think about this? Do you think it just like stands? Do you think that he's just splitting hairs? I mean, well, what's your thought about this? I've been in contact with, I mean, just because you've been in contact with somebody and planned what you wanted to say doesn't mean that you plan on talking about it Wednesday and you decided Monday. That still makes it spontaneous, you know? Like, this is such a minute thing to try to dig into. I don't know, like, prove her arguments are incorrect. I don't get that.
Lawyer reviewed and it read from notes. Both are her words. In the same case, they describe the same 90 minutes 2 different ways. The sexual assault allegations, she called it sexual assault. Here's what she said happened and what I did. She told her audience that what happened between us on one night was sexual assault, a crime. She named it on the live stream, where she made her own other accusations. Then she went over what she says happens that night. These are her own words, as quoted in my complaint. He started kissing my face and I...
Didn't he? Okay, we really need to go back through this and find the parts where he admitted it. Yo, what's up, crazy man? How are you? Yeah, if anybody has those clips, I would super appreciate it because, but let me look here because there's some highlighted parts. Let me see.
Over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you.
I remember that.
But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another to go with me to Japan. She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad that stress and
freaked out, lashed out, okay,
talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression that most of my hair started to fall out and Emery started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
Yeah, I think maybe so, Moose, but it doesn't take away from the facts of the matter, you know?
As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight, and being that Emery hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh. We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain, but I thought it could be fixed over time since things were just so amazing that first year. But I'm so gay. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of only mode. Emery has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life.
Thing, I forgot
but
about
as those
that.
rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes
This
not
is
having
so
clean bed.
weird. I remember this. Like, he tried to be like, oh, you were like abusing your rabbits. I mean, it was so odd.
As a whole, really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole. Stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person, and I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. Me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started.
This is where the emotional manipulation came from, right? So, I'm kind of looking here back through some of my old notes because it's been a bit, right? Really, all I remember like seeing here is that so he definitely lashed out. He was very emotionally manipulative. He was very volatile. I don't think that he ever straight up admitted that, you know, he sexually assaulted her, right? But I remember the phone thing. But yeah, I don't think he directly ever admitted that he sexually assaulted her, which I don't recall him admitting that either. I think it was more just the thing with the car, the text messages, things like that, right? It was very emotionally controlling. Again, looking at my notes again, Emery accused Mizkif of emotional abuse, stalking, and sexual assault. Mizkif denied those criminal allegations and filed the lawsuit. Emery detailed manipulation, domestic abuse, and blackmail threats. So I guess what he's arguing is like, okay, yeah, so I did not, there was no domestic abuse or sexual assault, which they're gonna have to go resolve that, right, in court. But I think he's also trying to be like, well, okay, so at this point, she's saying things that aren't, in his viewpoint, aren't entirely true, right? The spontaneous part of it, right? I think he's trying to paint her like she's not being wholly truthful, but I think he's just splitting hairs, right? Yeah, and Amy did have receipts. I mean, here, take a look at this part right here.
I let him do it. And then suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hands down my pants.
Right, and this
I
was the part
screamed.
we were like,
and when I screamed,
yeah, no, that's...
he jumped off of me like a cat. Here's what I have to say about that, plainly. I did what any man should do in the situation. She made it clear that she didn't want it, and I stopped. I respected her not consenting. I did the right thing in that situation. And look closely at her own account, because on the thing that matters...
Bro, why are you shoving your hands down her pants? Like...
the most, it agrees with me. The moment she reacted, I stopped.
Even in like a consenting like partnership relationship, like bro, like you don't find a problem with that? Like, am I crazy? Crazy man. Speaking of, thank you for the raid. I'm so sorry. I was very invested in looking at my old notes. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the raid. Exactly. So having watched this chat already, and we kind of went through the start of this. It's the nitpicking. It's the splitting hairs. I think the intention is to draw this out for a long time. To again, just nitpick about specifics, paint her in a very negative light. I think this is pretty much what it's going to be, right? It's just splitting hairs, drawing it out. I'll at least finish this section for y'all, and then I'll probably wrap it up on that.
When I screamed, he jumped off of me like a cat. As her words, not mine. I did not push past her. I did not ignore her. The instant I understood that she was not okay, I stopped. I did not sexually assault her.
But again, like, the question is, why are you doing that in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, why are you just shoving your hands down somebody's pants, even your partner? Like, you know what I mean? That's, I think he fails to understand why that is problematic, right? Now, to be fair, they might have had some kind of agreement with their, you know, with their sexual life. I don't know, obviously, but clearly by her saying that wasn't okay, they did not have something that consented to that level, right?
And deny it completely. Here's word for word from the transcript filed in this case is what I exactly said on that
I think
stream.
it's just trying to make it mutually exclusive that she is being
I knew the relationship wasn't healthy at
dishonest,
this
but
point.
that's not the case.
I knew we had to end it soon. Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument after I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month. Then we got back together because we thought we could make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and we started to kiss. She said that she was okay with it on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped.
Wait, she said she was okay with this on her stream. I don't remember that. Wait, what? How can you consent to... Oh, I missed this the first time I watched this. Sleep. How can you consent to something like that on stream? Maybe I'm misreading this, or maybe I'm looking too much into it, but what?
And I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. So why does this false version that I admitted to everything still win? I would also like to make it very clear that...
Again, I think you guys get the idea of this, right? And I really do encourage you to watch the rest of this. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, huh? Like, I do encourage you to watch the rest of this, but I think the TLDR that I have watched it, and especially my notes, is it's nitpicking, it's splitting hairs, and it's trying to ultimately paint her in the light of, yeah, she may have not been recounted certain instances 100%, so because of that, she's not to be trusted, right? Which I will say there is a later part in this where she talks about them getting, or he talks about them, their relationship status of getting together, not together, etc., where it's kind of like she might have legitimately got that wrong, but again, I don't think that dismisses all of her arguments and her claims, right? You can't take just a bunch of small little nitpicks and be like, well, because you got this wrong, or because I don't personally believe this is right, your entire argument is thrown out the window. And I feel like a lot of people do that. They'll be like, well, you were wrong about this one thing, so we can't trust anything you say. And that is, you know, clearly wrong, right? You gotta look at everything with nuance. So after this video, guys, Mizkif decided to release a Discord conversation between Imru and Asmongold, which I find this very odd because, I mean, I'm not going to say the screenshot is a good look for anybody, but also at the same time, why would you leak this when you were in you're like a legal battle? Like, this seems like you're trying to purposely paint somebody in a bad light, right? I just don't understand it. So Mizkif says, hey, Asmongold, you gonna react to your Queen Imru's 48 minutes of lies, or do you want to keep hitting on her? And how cool you are for using the N-word as passwords at 33 years old. Imru sent this to me a screenshot years ago. This was in 2024, so May 18th. What I don't understand, why are you pulling out an old screenshot from 2 years ago? Some kind of like gotcha moment, you know? People like to talk too much, right, and do too much when they're in legal battle. Like, I don't understand why this was posted in the first place. But Imru says the creative font on, you see Asmongold's password right here, which is, you can clearly tell what it's meant to be. Like, I'm really talking creative shit like that. Imru says screenshot JK. Asmon says at a certain point he wasn't even the word anymore. Everyone knows I said it, don't worry. Asmon says, I think I have videos of me saying it. Imru says, really, LOL. Asmon said, yeah, like, super, super bad stuff online and no one cares. Imru says, well, Pokemon is a racist for Eclipse, but you don't try to act perfect, I guess. Asmon says, yeah, that's why people hate her, not because of the words. It's the fakeness. I feel like Miz is pretty much over the canceled stuff, but it's always going to be there, and you can't joke about it with it, like, because, you know, cause of OTK, LOL. Yes, I have seen that one, Leader. I have seen that one. So, I mean, obviously, like, Asmon's password here is definitely, like, that's not cool, bro. Why are you gonna do that? But I don't understand why this was posted as some kind of gotcha, because it doesn't... Yeah, like, when I read this, I'm like, I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's a joke or not, I would not personally do this, right? That's my moral compass. I wouldn't do that. But I just don't, to get to the main point here, guys, to get to the main point, absolutely, Leader, I agree with you. That's literally the words out of my mouth. For Asmon to do this, right? I mean, I don't like this, it gives me ick, but also for Miz to literally use that word against somebody in a car, there's a clip of that, is ridiculous, right? And to use this as a gotcha from a screenshot posted 2 years ago, I don't get it. Like, what were you trying to accomplish here, Mizkif? Like, what was the point of posting this? It's nothing at the end of the day. Like, for Mizkif, right? I mean, obviously, like, Asmon, bro, why are you doing that? But yeah, we can approach this and say, Asmon, yeah, that's not cool. But also we can say, Mizkif, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, what? This accomplishes absolutely nothing for you. This is not some gotcha moment when you've done worse. Posting this old screenshot makes no sense. He's just flailing about, it feels like. On top of that, too, you know, Asmongold did address this, the screenshot, and it's pretty much exactly what
I'll probably repeat
you would expect, at least from Asmongold. This is what I expected, which I will give credit to Asmon here. Right, it's unrelated, too. Good point. I will say here for Asmon, one thing that he's done really well is to shut up.
There's a lot of people, I'll probably repeat myself 4 or 5 times today, but I did see the post that was made about me and the alleged leaked Discord messages.
It is interesting he says alleged. I don't know, maybe he's implying they're fake. I don't know, he says alleged, right? I mean, I'm not going to defend Asmon for using that as his password, obviously, but to the point of our discussion today, I don't understand why Mizkif posted that either, right?
I understand that everybody wants me to talk about it, but I am trying to get this lawsuit dismissed, and the only thing that I need to do is just simply not talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about anything. That's really about it.
I mean, I'll be honest, he has done a really good job of that, and that's what most people will advise you to do.
No comment at all. And whenever it is dismissed, I will explain everything. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair, you know, like, what are you saying and stuff?
Yep. There's not going to be a, you know, like, there's not going to be somebody that's going to bait me out to get a response. It's just simply not, I don't act I don't act outside of my best interest. I only act in my best interest. And so that's it. And it's just really just that simple. I know people, I know. Everybody wants the drama people want to have and they want to know about it. So do I, but unfortunately there are situations at play that are above my pay grade, and I have to acknowledge those and work in that correction, right? And so anyway, that's it.
There it is, chat. That's it. So I will obviously update you on this court case. Again, even though we're not going to watch the entirety of this video today, I give you kind of my TLDR of it, having already watched it. Let me know what you guys think. This is kind of unexpected because we've talked about this instance, but I didn't expect a follow-up for like a long time. I was ready for this to go to court, etc., etc., or at least get dismissed, and that would be it. I guess we'll find out, guys. Really crazy stuff here. I mean, we had the Jidion stuff, we have the Mizkif stuff, we have the bricks and minifigs. I'm just very I'm very shocked at all the things going on recently, guys. It's been very busy in the world of content creators, that's for sure. You know, it seems a big mess. Is Amy versus Miz, yeah. Which I think it's always kind of been a bit of a mess, you know, to be fair. But I think that I'm more willing to trust Imru, considering she's brought receipts, she's talked about stuff in the past. Her accounting seems to be more fair, so I'm more leaning towards what she has to say about it. But it's just my own personal stuff, right? Obviously, if you give me the evidence, I might change my mind about it. So it's some of the content creators feel normal for like a day. I mean, that never happens. What are you talking about? I cover VTuber news, dude. And yeah, what do you mean? You know, like all kinds of shit happens in the VTuber world too. That's just wild as fuck. I believe this is more toxic than me. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I agree with that 100%. There you go, guys. There you go. All right, cuties. I think I'm gonna call it here, but let's find somebody to raid. Who should we raid today, chat? Yeah, is there anybody in particular we should raid? Let me see who's on my list. Oh, we can see Mari. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen Mari. Let's go see Mari, guys. I like her new model. It's super cute. Recently had the privilege of witnessing some VTuber drama the first day it became public. And this particular VTuber is going to be involved with any drama. I mean, look, it's always something crazy. As somebody that covers this all the time, it's always something crazy, guys, every single day. So, well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you being here. Have a good rest of your day, and please have fun with Mari. She is incredible. It looks like she's playing Tomodachi Life. So thanks for tuning in, YouTube. I'll see you guys around. Thank you as well. Twitter, appreciate all of you. And of course, thank you, Twitch, as well. Please have a good rest of your day. I will see you all tomorrow.